This is definitely our first try doing this. How's it going, everybody? Quick little recap, since we don't have the fancy intros that the Wrath of Zealous has. Last session was pretty heavy. A lot of stuff happened. You guys met the Shade of Seishin. They are indeed real. You also met Lin, and then subsequently he was murdered by the Shade of Seishin. Froki,
R.I.P. Lin.
Froki got angry and
As he should.
surprisingly landed a pretty hefty hit on the Shade, but he wasn't having it. Once he gauged your intentions and found that you guys kind of had a common enemy in the Smoke Bandit, he decided to let you guys go and even give you guys some supplies to help you along your way. So you guys did just that. Took Lin's body with you to return it back home to Yasei. While there, you guys uncovered some nefarious plans involving Yasei and decided to travel there to warn the daimyo of such plans. After a day of travel, you guys went to sleep, woke up, and we are picking back up in the morning just after you guys had an encounter with some drowsy and got a new friend.
Drowsy.
Yeah. So, what are we doing? I'll say that camp is picked up. You guys are done picking up camp.
Didn't that guy stay with us as well?
That was on your way to Seishin.
Okay, I'm
Samuel?
misremembering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the character's name was Samuel. That's not like...
I remember that, yeah.
We also know like 17 Samuels, myself included. But yeah, no.
Okay. Well, as we finish picking up camp, I'm ready to go. Zircon's in his Pokeball for now. Just
Okay.
yeah.
I'm currently trying to bond with the drowsy.
Trying to make up.
Yeah, I think it's not going to like me for a little while. So I have it out of its Pokeball. You know, Mudkip's chilling with me. We're just hanging out.
He'll stay near you, and he does kind of like shoot you some like glances of like, I'm okay with this, but I know what you did.
He definitely he definitely side eyes Mudkip every once in a while. Yeah.
Blood kip.
Right, of course. Yes.
But yeah. So can anyone roll me a D4 and any one other person roll me a D12?
I'll do the D12 because that's the fun one.
Okay.
D3, did you say?
Re-roll on a 12 if you get a 12.
And can you pass me like a little
9.
stretchy thing so I can get the dice tray?
What was the other die you called for?
D4.
I got that one.
It's one more than a D3.
Thank you.
And it's a 4.
Oh,
Okay.
D3s can't do that, Sam.
No, they can't. And what'd you get, Alex?
9.
9? Okay, yeah.
9.
Cool. So you guys are continuing on?
Yes.
Yes. What happened?
Oh no.
Transparency. That's gonna set your encounters for the
There's
for the travel. If you decide to
13
look for
hours,
anything, or if you guys run into
9
anybody,
encounters.
that's what decides that.
Okay.
So y'all heading to Yasei?
Yeah.
Yep.
Anybody do anything particular? Looking for anything? Or are y'all just walking?
Would I know of anything? Never mind. I have a dead guy with me. I'm just going.
Okay. I mean, I will throw you a bone that you would know, that you'll know that you would be expecting to see the ocean. When you start to see the ocean, you know you've probably got about a day left.
Okay. Do we see it yet?
No.
Okay.
No, y'all are pretty in the middle of the land there. We can actually go to the map
I'll probably use
screen just so everybody can see. Y'all are currently, I'm gonna point for people here, but y'all are currently right under like the label for Seishin right here. Right
Okay.
in the middle of everything. But yeah, what are you using?
an oranberry.
The drowsy almost killed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, poor little drowsy. I do feel bad for him, but you know, they were standing out there. They looked like they needed a friend.
You were saving them.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. They're-
Like a true Pokemon
the
trainer
shade
would.
of Seishin is in this world somewhere. We have to
Saving
save
him
the
from his
Pokemon.
friends and family.
We'll say also, I totally forgot to address for everyone watching. Amano is still there. Sam, the player who plays him, is having a kid soon, and so he's dropped out. So I'm gonna pilot Amano for a little bit until we can exit him out with a.
We all know.
I know.
with the
Send all your
surviving
complaints to
crowd
Sam.
You could just say that Amano got mono.
Stop it with the puns.
So he's there walking. He's probably got Tomo in his Pokeball, but yeah,
Fair enough.
or her Pokeball.
I think her.
Yeah, Tomo is her. I got that wrong all last time too. So yeah, y'all are walking along. If no one's doing anything particular, y'all probably get to about midday. Who's leading the group?
I've never been.
You are? Okay. Since you know where you're going?
Yeah.
Give me a perception check.
Are you carrying the dead body still?
Yeah.
Oh, sick. Tight.
Does it smell bad?
Yeah,
A
it's gotta start
funeral
reeking by
procession.
an hour.
It
Seven.
smells. What, 7?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I feel like we got a couple days.
It smells a little
We need to
bad,
get a
but
cart, 'cause now it's
I would have
just
started
stuff like a
to
board.
like prepare him the night before and stuff.
dress
Yeah,
him.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I would assume. I know
that
Was,
makes sense.
was he naked when he
battle
died?
dressing, right?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Important questions.
Yeah. No, that's fair. You would know how to prepare them in a way to get them home in a few days' travel without decaying too much.
Their funerary rites.
Yeah.
I'll say Lynn hasn't started to stink yet.
But it's a pretty low perception.
Yeah, but with a 7, I mean you're preoccupied carrying the body still, making sure you don't mess up the wrappings and just kind of pondering, kind of singular focus. You've got a mission, you've got to get home, you've got to put all that kind of stuff behind you. So you guys are walking along. Yeah. Okay. Nothing else is happening. Nobody's doing anything. Also, we're gonna get into mid-evening if nothing else.
As we come to stop, I might let Zircon out to train up a little bit more.
Did you come to stop for the day or for just in general?
For the day.
For the day.
Yeah. But until then, I feel like can't really do much while we're walking.
That's fair. So, you guys get another day's travel in. Set off to the side of the road. Y'all are finding some hidden place, or just kind of like right off the road, setting up camp.
I think probably right off the road should be fine.
Are there common places that we camp in and out of their way?
Y'all usually travel through the night
Okay.
because it's such a short distance. You would likely set up camp closer to your destination, and as Yasai's always kind of like your destination if you're going to attack somewhere. But Yasai's kind of your home base, so you would always just kind of probably power through.
Okay.
But you would know, I would say just without even a history check, that bandits do frequent Yasai. So probably best not to be right off the road.
Better to go.
I'll defer to your judgment. Seem like you know what you're doing.
We're visitors here.
So you,
Right.
as y'all are setting up camp, and you guys kind of venture off the road, you do start to hear and kind of hear the ocean and smell that like salty air.
Mm-hmm.
So you would know that you probably got about a day's travel left after this. You guys set up camp, no issues. Give me who would be looking for stuff while you're setting up camp.
I don't think I would be looking for stuff, but I'd definitely be like off to the side again with Zircon, maybe training.
I would have
You train?
Froki and Friggy looking. Actually.
Okay. Have them make perception checks, and if you want to, you can make one as well.
I will.
I think I would just be playing around with Drowsy.
Getting ready to take your sleepies, drowsy.
Yeah, I'm pretty
hypnosis.
self-obsessed. Yeah. Pretty obsessed with Drowsy at this point.
Yeah.
17.
You're like, his nose is so like floppy, like there's no bones in there.
What's going on? Oh.
What'd you say, Alex?
17.
17.
9 for Friggy and dirty 20 for Jean.
Okay. Gene and Presnick see a couple of familiar faces floating up in some of the trees.
Familiar faces.
Yeah, it's getting a little dark, but you with those perception checks, it's not quite nighttime yet, but you can see some little purple smoky balls up there. Not of the ghost variety, of the boom boom session 1 variety.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
what? Say that again.
Oh no!
Some
I thought they were-
coughing.
I thought
Yeah.
they were the
Just the regular
hundreds of
kind.
shiny Litwicks.
How many?
They would see two of them.
And would I know them to be native to this area, or is this like a strange?
They're
sighting?
fairly common around here. Poison types are fairly common in the area close to Saishin, and this is close enough that they'd probably be pretty common.
Okay.
Seeing this, I'm gonna kind of kneel down to Zircon and be like, "Okay, buddy. We've tried being friends. I don't think that's a strong suit. Let's see if we can add one to the team, eh?"
Okay. And you'll see that again with your perception check, you can easily see that they're eating berries up in the trees.
I
Just like-
silently sidle up to Presnick without him noticing and just say, "The good news is, I think this coughing is just as ugly as your Archon, so you have a good shot."
Thanks.
So you're saying
I'm
there's
going
a
for a
chance.
theme here.
Just in the distance.
I'm gonna try and like sneak with Zircon into a sort of advantageous position, and I think I would know what's super effective against poison, but
Oh, look here.
psychic.
yeah,
And Steel's immune to it.
that yes.
So you kind of have the best Pokemon to pull in right now.
I remembered that. I couldn't remember if Steel was super effective, but it's just immune.
It's just
Yeah.
immune, yeah. Otherwise, poison would be god awful of a type.
Then I'll kind of like sneak off to the side and have Zircon target the nearest coughing with a confusion.
Okay, how close is he getting to it, the coughing?
The distance is 15 feet for
Okay.
confusion, apparently. So
So, before he does that, I'm gonna need Zircon to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
oh boy, come on, Zircon. Ooh, 18.
You succeed. It's probably fitting because Zircon doesn't. You don't know how he would smell things,
Yeah.
but you kind of catch a whiff at this point, even though you're further back of this like awful smell coming off of one of the coughing. Yeah. So what are the coughing? Which one are you targeting? I guess
The nearest one.
one?
And I'll call out to Zircon. I'm like, make it quick.
So they have to roll something, right?
Yes, it is a intelligence save.
That's a 17.
They save.
And I'm gonna need you to now roll initiative.
Smart coughings. Smart boys.
And Jen, were you having Jen do anything? I forget because he saw, but
Yeah, he would.
I would have allowed you to like a same free attack. But if he needs to get within 15 feet, he also needs to make the con save.
I forget. Am I rolling for myself and my Pokemon?
No, you'll just
Pokemon.
go after your Pokemon.
Okay.
Unless
then
you
a
wanna, like,
10.
Be very active.
Assuming I
and, like,
see all
attack
this happening now after
Yeah.
he almost died from the smell, I'm just gonna.
him.
Presnick,
Yeah, you guys might
did you
smell
find
it
a
now too at this
Pokemon?
point.
It's within. You said within 15 feet.
Yeah, if you have to get within 15 feet, then you need to make a con save. Alex, what'd you roll for Zircon?
10.
It's technically a 0.
To hit?
No, Constitution.
Oh, okay. Give me a second to go back to that screen and read exactly what that does to you.
They
Do I get a
vomit
chance to hit
aggressively.
it all, or
We'll see how that save goes. And then roll me initiative for Jen while I'm looking that up.
fucking good. 4. Doo-doo rolls tonight.
Your doo-doo rolls.
Okay, so
I'm
all
sorry,
that
my social
happens,
over here
all that
is doing
happens
great.
is so I'll allow you to make the attack.
Okay.
But then on his turn, he needs to leave that range.
Okay.
You can remake the save to try to enter it again, but you do have to waste 5 movement to get out to like kind of recoil from the smell. And what'd you roll? Sorry,
Or what?
for Jin's initiative.
4.
4, and then to hit the coughing.
Sorry. These abilities are hard.
Nothing.
Uh,
Accidentally muted it instead of lowering the volume.
That mic cut out.
yeah, he's gonna shoot bubble at him.
Bubble? Okay.
That is a 23 to hit.
Holy shit, yeah, no, that hits. These are not hard to hit.
6.
6 damage?
No.
You hear that,
4
Zircon?
damage.
4 damage. Okay.
They're not hard to hit.
And then give me Froki, and we'll put him in the combat so everybody can watch what's going on down here. Put him anywhere within 15 feet of one of those things.
That's
You got there.
I was trying. I didn't realize the squares.
You can probably just dip it lower. There you go.
I can't. Oh, booze. There we go. Okay. My computer's right there. Okay, so first up is actually Zircon as these things spin around. One of them feels a tingling in the back of their brain, but is like, the hell?
Zircon, try it again.
Popped with bubbles. Okay.
So int save.
Save. Int. It's a 9.
They don't save, and now they need to make a wisdom save.
Okay.
That's what it says.
17.
So they're not confused, and they're going to take half damage.
Well, they're going to take double, though.
Yeah.
No.
So I'm just reading what it says
okay.
here. So under
yeah.
you might have put the wrong thing here, but it says like to hit it's DC 12 intelligence,
Yeah.
and then on a failed save, target takes full damage and must make a D. Oh, I see.
Yeah, so they take the full damage.
I see. I
Yeah,
misread.
yeah.
So we'll take the full damage, but not confused. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's taking double.
5 psychic damage.
So that is going to be doubled. Yeah, you see this thing recoil from that. It hurt. It's not confused. It knows what hit it, and it's not happy about it.
There we go, Zircon. Let's keep that up. Does it look like fairly weakened?
It
or?
looks definitely bloodied by traditional D&D standards.
I am not going to skip a beat, and
Yeah.
I'm throwing a Pokeball at it.
Go for it. You were
Go,
catching
President.
me all off guard.
You got this.
I know it's going to be a D100, so roll that.
Pleasure.
But we'll see.
Ooh. The magic number.
no.
Ooh.
What'd you roll?
69.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
and I'll say I'm
you
not
throw
doing it.
you throw this Pokeball at this little boy, and it drops out of the tree. You're kind of worried because of how this thing was up in the tree and how far down it fell. You're like, ooh, don't break the Pokeball. Hope it works. I've been really bad at catching. I need all the help I can get. And then while you're thinking, before you even have time to finish all your thoughts, and you're like,
I did it.
I think that was it.
I did it.
Yeah.
I finally did
In
it.
the background.
Yeah. Now I have to paint a coughing mini.
Unless you want to use those little spray paint boys.
I mean, coughing's not too hard. It's just purple.
Yeah.
A big purple.
So yeah, you've got yourself a little coughing friend, and next up in the initiative is the other one, the one that you guys haven't hit. And he's gonna puff out a bunch of smoke as he floats closer to
That seems bad.
probably Zircon, because he doesn't know any better.
So this one?
No, the other one.
I caught the one that was closest to me.
Oh yeah,
That was the
yeah,
attempt.
sure, that one.
Okay.
Either one. They have the movement to get there.
So this one I can.
Yeah. In my brain space, I just pictured you catching the left one for whatever reason, so that's why. But yeah, he's gonna attempt He's gonna make you make a dex save, but I'm gonna save everyone some time. You're steel, so you're immune to whatever this is gonna do to you.
Got it. Zircon doesn't move.
So he puffs out this bunch of smoke, and this is the one that was smelling bad. As it does this, you're like, oh, like you're gagging, you're fighting back like as a person, and Zircon's just like
Blinks.
yeah. So he's just befuddled by what lack of things has happened here. And, next up is Jin.
Okay.
After that,
So I have to move. He moves out of the range.
Just
Or
realized
the
that I
guy,
had the
did
lights
the
on.
other guy move?
It is
yeah.
So the one that his ability stench. So the one that you failed to save on is now closer to you. So you have to move 10 feet away
Okay, so he moves 10
before you
feet
do
away.
anything else.
10.
I put this combat as close to me as possible, like an idiot. The camera's like in my lap.
Could he have dropped a smoke screen as he moved, or is it just
No, because the first thing you do on your turn is use
move.
your movement to leave the sphere.
Okay.
You can try to go back in and reattempt the save again.
Yeah, Jin's not feeling stank.
He's now how many feet away?
20.
No. He's going to drop a smoke screen where he is.
Okay. What's the radius on smoke screen again?
15 feet. And then he's gonna move.
50. Radius. Why did I not print one of those? I didn't print.
What do you have?
This is unacceptable.
I have 20. We're going to just give you 20 foot. It's going to be...
Quality has gone down since you-
15-foot radius is a 30-foot circle, right?
Yes.
Never mind. I did print one of those.
And he's gonna move to the edge of it, kind of side, like obviously you're maintaining the same distance away from the coffin. To kind of come around, like that.
Okay.
And I think he hides or something like that. Let's see.
Yeah, he's imperceivable unless someone wants to make a roll to try to see him in there, essentially.
Yes.
Anything in there is, but he has advantage on the checks to see out. Or just can see out. I forget how I did it.
I make a stealth check to set a DC perception to be seen.
Yeah.
Got it.
So if you can roll it now if you want to set it, and then if they
Okay.
try to see you, we'll come to that. Seeing this thing not do anything to you, Zircon, and seeing that... Oh, no, it's actually Zircon's turn. Sorry. Go for it. I was taking your turn.
How could you? Sorry, this thing like added stuff that I didn't have before. I'm trying to be honest about like how many Pokeballs and stuff I have. So, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm gonna... Zircon, hurry, take out the other one before I lose all sense of smell.
Please, take it out quick.
And
And save, yep.
That's a natural 20.
No.
So it does save, but it will take half damage on a save? Is
yes.
That's what it is.
Yeah, it'll take half damage on a save.
So I messed up the first time.
Okay. Well, that works out for you because you probably would have killed the one you tried to catch.
Nice. 5 again. So 5 even
Just 5,
then.
yeah, because it halves and doubles.
Well, then it would be 4, huh?
We'll just say 5.
Okay.
I already typed it in. So yeah, so you shock this thing. He's a little bit more aware, and maybe it's the stench that's throwing Zircon off. It's really hard to tell because Zircon has no expression. I can't stress this enough. and this thing, seeing that its last attack didn't do anything, and Zircon didn't even like attempt to dodge it, or he has no idea. He doesn't even know where the frog went. He's like, he's gonna try to leave. Give me an attack of opportunity. We haven't done this before.
Okay.
It's just gonna be Metal Claw's bonus to hit, but
Okay.
it's gonna be a D4 damage.
Got it. Interesting. That's going to miss. An 8.
Interesting.
Yeah, it does miss. Well, it's unarmed strike, so it's a D4. So this thing's gonna use its full movement to get away. which is 30 feet.
President doesn't even mind. In his head, he's already thinking about the potential combinations of poison gases and his Pokemon that's immune to them.
You've been afeared from that last one. So is anyone chasing after the? No. Okay. Then
It's just wild, right?
yeah, just a wild. It was just eating in the tree and smelling up your campsite.
Did anybody call dibs on that? Did they want that?
They didn't jump
I'm not
inside.
gonna
Yeah,
go
I
get
don't
it
think they
if
did.
no one
And he already
wants it.
caught one. Cool.
Oh, you caught the other one.
Yeah.
I thought you.
No, he caught it. If he
I mean-
remembered how
I found a way to make friends.
attack it, you took the Grayson approach.
See, President, I told you it works.
Love me.
You just beat them into submission.
Yeah. Cool.
You're gonna be my friend, and you're gonna like it.
So I'll add that to the thing later. He's currently at 6 hit points. He has a
Okay.
max of 20
Okay.
for reference. He's a beefy boy. And if you want to know what he can do, like if you decide to use him between now and the end of the session, ask me and I'll tell you.
Okay.
The thing,
I feel like that would be something
Yeah.
Presnick would need to discover too.
yeah,
so.
the thing he tried to use on you might know is Smog. It's an AOE, but very close to him.
Nice.
5-foot radius.
Theoretically,
I
we know
think,
he can
right?
self-destruct.
I would never.
So, yeah, we're out of combat. You guys are I'll say finished setting up camp unless you didn't want to be for some weird reason.
I'm setting up our tents while I'm watching, cheering Presnick on.
I can't believe I finally did it. I thought my Pokeball was faulty at first. If I'm being honest.
Presnick, the only thing faulty is your faith in yourself.
That's very kind of you to say. I'm looking at coughing minis and seeing a lot of
like bongs and things.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that.
I just
so
love their
funny.
faces. They're just so.
This is, I think this is
You
the one
have
I'm
a
gonna
very
use.
good opportunity for a great name for this coughing. I don't know what it is, but
Okay. I was like, well, please enlighten us.
we need to know.
I'm deciding between Stinky and Cough Drop.
So this one, noticeably, if you were to send it out again to kind of like check it out and inspect it as you might do as a researcher, it doesn't smell, but actually seems to levitate better than the other one. They both kind of had a hover speed, but this one seems a little bit more agile.
Floater.
there's the name.
Are you? No, I'm gonna think.
No, it's
harder
official
on
now.
it.
You said it.
Oh, am I?
No.
Dang it! Dang it!
No, I'm joking. Once you say it to a Pokemon, it remembers.
right?
forever.
Yeah. It's permanent.
It
That's why
won't
you-
say anything
Oh, God.
else though, other than cough.
That's why you need the
so
nickname guy.
It doesn't really matter.
Yeah. So anybody taking watch, or you guys just saying F it and going to sleep?
I kind of want to train Chomp and Spur a little bit.
Yeah, I'll say anyone who wants to train doesn't have to take a watch to train unless you want to do like extra stuff. Like if you're just training stuff you've already started working on for any reason, tell me what it is. I'll tell you what you need to roll, and then we'll
I am training bounce with Gene.
just for more damage or
Yes.
yeah. Okay. Roll me a D. I think it's a D6.
I
D6.
swear to God, if you say D3.
No, it was either D4 or D6. I'm going off of memory. So for this session, it'll be a D6
Six.
for
Roll him
that. 6?
2D.
Okay.
I was just about to say. Aha!
I've had a full day already. I might let the coughing I just caught out and allow it to like mingle with Zircon. See if they can.
Again, he approaches
Makes
Zircon slowly and is like, is he going to attack me? Is he mad? Is he happy? Is he... What's going on?
Zarkon's just an
one eye
enigma.
just-
Yeah.
Zircon was actually sleeping and coughing wakes him up like this too close.
Zarkon's almost Hypnotoad, but like not quite there.
I'm gonna walk up behind coughing, pat him on the back, and be like, "You guys are gonna be best friends."
A puff of smoke shoots out of it as you do that. Pat, Zircon or coughing?
Coughing.
Just the single eye.
Can I
Vibrating
train
with
both
energy.
of my Pokemon, or am I limited to?
Yeah, you can train both.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep training Chomp with the outrage dragon.
Roll me a D8.
It's somewhere in here.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And then for Spur, we'll need a Rain. I want to up the DC for Poison Sting.
Okay, so roll me an effect training check. Which with your D, it's a D20, and then you add your effect training
Okay.
as a trainer.
10.
10 exactly? Okay, yeah. You're successful. No other rolls for that now, but I'm going to make a mark of that so I remember. Yeah. Cool.
Oh, can I also give him the... I bought something. Poison Barbs.
Yeah. You can give your Pokemon an item.
Do I know what it does?
I'll say no, but you would expect that he might like it.
Okay,
'Cause
I
he's
will
poison and
give
it's
Spur
poison.
the Poison Barbs. How do I do that?
An held item in under their sheet, not under your current party.
Okay, and
Under
then-
their sheet. Yeah, so while you're training with Chomp, he's kind of getting it down to where you don't have to really like watch him all the time. So he's working on getting that dragon energy to focus in his mouth instead of all around him. And you're kind of like watching and giving him pointers every now and again, but you focus on your new friend Spur and trying to get his poison to be a little bit more toxic. And that's when you remember you have this poison barb, and you're like, maybe this will help, and you decide to give that to him too.
I'd like to also up the DC for Frigi's Gust.
Okay. Roll me an effect training D20.
Is it a gust or is it?
Just a normal flying.
His other moves are ice.
22.
22.
Nice.
Yeah, okay. I'll let you also roll a D8 then. He rolled a 2 last time though. I don't know if he wants to.
Be careful. 4.
4. Okay, yeah. See up. Cool. Yeah, no, Frigi seems like very on point with the DC's just a hit, right? Is that what the DC is on that
No,
move?
it is a Dex save.
Yeah, no, but for the damage, that's the DC you're raising. Because Poison Sting, you're raising the DC for the poison.
Yeah,
effect,
right now it's DC 10 when it hits,
Mhm.
so I want to raise it up.
Yeah. So you're raising the 2 hit essentially on the move. It's a DC, but it.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So these gusts, they start off a little slow, and you're like, no, get them out a little bit faster. Don't give your opponents a time to jump out of the way. Get them out faster. You know, we might have to sacrifice some damage for it for now, but then once we get that, we'll work on making them stronger. And Frigi's like, oh, weak and fast, got it. And it's poof, and it catches on real quick. Frigi's a fast learner.
A smart little Pidgey.
After Zircon has had time to make a new friend, I am going to try and give this coughing both the black sludge that I have, as well as a nickname.
Oh, you've already decided. Cool.
Yeah.
Floater.
Lavender.
Lavender. Because he doesn't smell.
It's beautiful, President.
Yeah.
He's the poopery. Cool. Gotcha. Okay.
A lot of people see your color and think poison, but I'm going to choose to see something else.
Yeah, and he doesn't really have hands, so you just kind of put the black sludge on top of him, and it just kind of like and like seeps into all of his little holes. On
Does
his
he
head.
look like he likes it?
Yeah, he's like.
Yay! Another weird one.
He's kind of got like an icing, like he looks like a coffin with some icing on his head, the purple icing.
Gross. I love it.
President, you truly have a talent for Pokemon.
Thank you. I'm considering entering some competitions.
A beauty contest.
Just a bow on the motionless, expressionless Zircon.
Between Zircon's personality and Lavender's appearance, I think we could win it all.
They would be unstoppable, President.
Yeah. Cool. So who's taking first watch?
I'll take first watch.
Okay. Roll me a d12. Reroll a 9 and a 12.
Wait, what do you want me to do?
Roll a d12, and if you get a 9 or a 12, re-roll it.
It is a 9.
Re-roll it. No more coughings.
7 plus. You said perception, right?
No,
No,
just
this
a
is just
d12.
random
But you caught. You're ahead of me. Roll me perception.
Okay, roll it.
On D20, yeah.
Yeah.
D20. Yeah, don't roll your d12 perception.
Oh no!
Maybe should have rolled the d12
Victor!
perception. Okay. Yeah. You hear like the noises of the night, right? You might still be working a little bit with Spur on his poison sting, but don't really see anything else. Maybe a few like Pokemon noises, some like sounds like maybe something's going on like in the distance, but it's so far away that you're like whatever. We're just
Totally
kind of
just
working
some
on
crickets.
stuff.
Us research fellows are so used to looking at things right here, we often forget to look at things over there, you know.
These are so interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're both fawning over your new poison types.
True.
So yeah, I'll say you're
Terrible damage type in D&D, great damage type right now.
So yeah, I'll say your watch passes without any issues.
No flying ho-hos, right?
No flying hose. no rainbow
Lugia.
wings fall down from the heavens on you. You missed it. You rolled a 7 on your perception.
Oh,
so- or what? Not a
4.
7.
There was 3 of them. Yeah.
what you really needed was a 5. That would have done it.
Yeah.
A flock.
Just a strong gust of wind passed overhead.
Yeah. 4 ho-ohs, 1 for each of you. Yeah. So your watch passes without any issues. I would have said you guys could have discussed beforehand who would have taken the second watch.
I'll probably take it.
Okay, I was like, if not, I will with Drowsy.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and roll me a D. Roll me a D12. I'm not gonna give you the same. Unless you roll a 7, then you're gonna get the same.
8.
Okay. Yeah. Now give me a perception check.
You spontaneously combust.
That's the ho-oh number.
No.
Oh, non-natural 20. Actually, 21.
You're on point for looking for Pokemon. You've kind of gotten a knack for it now, being in the wild for this little bit of time.
Friggy evolves the Articuno.
You are not focused on your Pokemon. They seem happy and content by themselves. You're proud of what
everything I
you've
got.
done, so you're
There's a
looking
big
for
shit.
new friends or new oddities out in the wild. And you hear not super distant, but kind of off away from the camp, like a little. It's Pikachu!
It's that drowsy coming back for revenge.
Would I recognize that cry from my time being a research?
Give me a
fellow.
history check at disadvantage. Because it's just a noise that you
Yeah.
heard once. And you were looking for stuff.
Well, neither of them was great. One of them was a nat 1, so.
You know it's probably mammalian, you think? It could be a bird. Then you start to doubt yourself. You're like, do birds make that noise? And you're not sure.
I'm going to look at Zircon and Lavender and try and think to myself which one of these is going to be my best bet for like sneaking up and not being heard. Probably Zircon.
Either one, because they don't actually really have footsteps.
True.
But you would gather that Zircon's kind of like crystalline structure. He would need to probably
bright.
was gonna
dodge
say, those are
any kind of
close in.
moonlight or anything that's going on right now.
Gotcha.
Which Lavender is
Floater.
Lavender blends in pretty well. I mean, she's from around. We'll make Lavender her. She's from
Ooh,
around
okay.
here. So
And she has black sludge on top of her right
yeah,
now. So.
yeah. This is her natural habitat.
pretty
so
camoed.
it's kind of
Extra dark.
fits in a little bit better.
I'm going to walk over to them actually in that case and say, Lavender, do you know what that was? That sound?
Give me
Cover.
Roll me a straight d20. Roll me a straight d20. We'll see.
Coughing.
'Cause I have coughing stats.
Yes, that's it. That's the one.
It's more.
15.
So that's a okay. Yeah. Coughing like kind of looks at you for a second because there's been like bug noises and like other things in it, and you kind of like try to mimic the noise for it, and Lavender's like, oh, yeah, 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 and then Lavender will like get down on the ground and like kind of like roll around. Doing its best, like no arms or appendages.
I know what it is.
Way to try to show you what it is.
I feel that. I feel that coughing. I feel that lavender. I feel that emotionally.
And then I'll say with your same perception check, you hear like a.
Excuse me.
It's Pikachu.
I am going to return Zircon and move closer to it with following Lavender.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask Lavender kind of like guide me.
Give me a stealth check from you. Lavender, no, because she's native.
She's
Because they
rolling
might not
around
even
the ground.
recognize.
Damn, I'm rolling good tonight. That is 19.
Okay, yeah, no, yeah, you sneak up on these things, and at first it's kind of tough to see because they're rustling around, but you see this little like brown four-legged creature with a long nose and like some kind of floppy ears, and then you think that's the only thing, but you're like, I thought I heard two things, and then all of a sudden you see this little brown dome pop up out of the ground and launch some mud at this other creature, and you realize that it's not actually brown. There's just mud covering this other creature.
Okay. Can I see any of the other creatures' original skin color?
Yeah. I'll say again using your previous perception check. Yes. There's some like red protrusions on its like legs.
Maybe some light blue.
A little bit of light blue. Yeah.
That's one of my favorites.
I do like, yeah.
I think it's one of like everybody's favorites. If you don't like this Pokemon, then get lost.
It was one of the first Gen 2s,
but
yeah.
like the video first.
Like and subscribe, comment.
Tell us why you don't like below.
Yeah,
so we
let
can
us
make
know
fun
why
of
you're
you
wrong in the
Hit
comments.
that dislike button if you need to.
Can I let Zircon out without it being too loud, or is it?
You
gonna...
would know that it would make a noise. The Pokeball. It's like it is just like the anime. It is like a yeah. It is like a noise whenever they come out.
I wasn't ready for that one.
Some WD-40.
Get that creaky ball.
How far am I away from the group? Like, am I being negligent in my watching duties currently?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like definitely. You're not so far away, but your back is to them. They're all sleeping over there, and you're probably like 15, 20 feet away from the camp.
This is like mid his watch. I'm not waking up by chance to take
Yeah,
turn
my
watch.
researcherness is gonna get the better of me here. I'm gonna watch the battle going and wait for what I can only assume is a Diglett to weaken this probably Fanfy a little bit more.
Give me one more perception check. Or insight, if you want to do insight.
It don't matter.
Insight or perception.
Did you?
21,
my
baby.
You were hitting it.
Yeah.
They're playing. They're not fighting.
Oh.
Yeah, they're like rolling around in the mud, and the little Diglett will pop up, and the Fanfy will like run and try to jump on it. And, like,
Oh, it's cute.
yeah.
I don't know if I want to mess that up.
I'm gonna make you happy.
So happy.
Do you? I can send blood.
No, I don't want that.
Drown in happiness.
Yeah.
Pluckip's just in the trees.
The Zaishin
best
ball.
story.
What was its
Glowing eye means.
Wait, what?
the Zaishin ball? What was it good at?
Oh, it's a heavy ball.
The slashing
okay.
ball. Yeah, it's a heavy ball.
So definitely don't want to use that.
Use a rock.
Yeah, use a rock
I'm
or a bait.
gonna turn and whisper to Lavender. Can you give us some sort of cover? Maybe some sort of smoke screen.
It'll like look at you and like kind of begin to puff out that smog again, and it's like,
And it's still kind of weakened from when I fought it, huh?
yeah.
I'm gonna feed it a couple of orange berries.
While you're just sitting here, yeah.
Sorry, I'm taking up our watch, fellas.
Oh,
We need a
wow.
new mascot.
Do your research, President.
Orange berry is 1d4 healing.
I think so. Whatever it says, whatever you guys have on it.
Yes.
3 total.
Okay. I'll keep track of that here. Not quite half, but really close. to
Mhm.
Half health.
I'm gonna look at Lavender and be like, okay, let's give this a shot. Use that on the blue creature.
Okay. It'll float in and it'll puff it up, and I'm gonna need you guys to roll initiative.
Oh god.
Dun, 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 dun,
Literally.
Better.
dun. We need some battle music.
Oh, I've got some battle music. I'm pulling it up right now.
Some old school 8-bit.
The Ice Skaters theme song starts playing. Literally.
You got the Doom 2016 playlist in there.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's Bloodkip.
Bloodkip's just like waiting for his chance to jump down from the trees or to jump out from behind a bush.
Me and Drowsy are still past the hell out. Bloodkip just, he heard y'all creaking off.
Two like glowing eyes in a tree somewhere.
Give me a perception check from Mudkip. We'll see if he did notice.
No,
that.
for the record, I was considering releasing Zircon and having him go back to tell you guys, like, hey, there's a Diglett here too. This Fanfi about to be mine, but there's Diglett if anybody wants it.
Zircon
take
just
this
looks at
Diglett.
you all. I'll say you would know, Alex. You can throw a Pokeball about 30 feet. You could throw it back into camp, and Zircon can like release it. You just wouldn't be able to like talk to Zircon to like communicate.
Oh, I see.
But he could like be a sentry
Like
in
the
camp while
noise.
you're
Oh.
out.
I will do that.
To throw him back.
I will
think
do
the
that.
He's a pretty
noise-
scary sentry already. So
Do you
I
think the
don't know if
noise
that's
would
Yeah,
wake
yeah.
any of us up?
Zircon.
They're
uses
creaking
dogs there.
Maybe Mudkip. We'll
He rolled a
we'll limit it
13
to-
on his
yeah.
perception.
If he didn't
Yeah.
hear them sneak away, he sees Zircon and he might be able to trace where you guys are. And he's not gonna. I'll let you pilot Mudkip. If he would approach, if he would hang back, whatever you want him to do, he's gonna do. Even though you're sleeping.
That keeps Marvel sharp and sharp.
So
Yeah,
what'd you roll for
12, 13.
13? So that's a 12. You were right the first time. Oh wow.
Oh wow.
I didn't realize one of these Pokemon has a really good dex.
Oh no.
The Diglett rolled a nat 20, it evolves into Dugtrio.
Wait, what?
I said the Diglett rolled a nat 20, it evolves into
Yeah,
Dugtrio.
yeah.
This is the Presnick the Conquistador theme song.
Ready to just conquer the land and capture every happy Pokemon in true settlement fashion. Yeah. So first up, so I'll let Coughing get the attack off. So these things need to make dex saves. Ooh, they both rolled real bad. They both fail. So roll me a d4.
I'm rolling this one because the other one rolled bad. This one is cocked.
That one was that one rolled good for me.
3.
Oh, okay. We're moving on up.
We're getting there. The red ones are usually good. Maybe I'll start rolling those.
3, okay, and then he's gonna add 2 to that, so that's gonna be 5 damage.
Nice.
I don't remember. This is the only interaction I don't remember about poison if ground resists it. I don't
I
remember.
don't.
I think ground does.
I know
thought
ground's
it
super
did.
effective to it. I don't remember if.
Poison and
Ground resistant.
resistant.
Yeah, it's
Poison
half.
has half.
Okay.
Is Fanfi ground or?
If he is ground.
God damn it! I thought it was normal.
So yeah, this puff of smoke comes out. I also read it wrong the last time this thing used it. It is essentially a poison smoke screen. So there is a cloud up. It is not limiting view. However, anything that enters it is going to have to remake that
You
save.
really see the thing.
Yeah, yeah. And these things
Oh,
specifically. You,
Does the black sludge help, or is that what does?
oh
black
yeah, what does the black
do?
sludge do? Did you give it as a held item to Zircon to see what it does?
What?
No, you gave it.
I know, but give it to Zircon
Oh, I understand.
tell you what
I
it
understand
does.
what you mean.
because you don't have Lavender's
No.
sheet
Right.
yet.
I put on a spur, but it didn't tell me.
Let
what
me
it
do
does.
this.
I think you have to do
Poison
it on
bar.
their character page.
Did it not?
No, it didn't. It just helped.
Yeah, I hope I didn't mess that up just
Yeah,
now.
it just
it's fine.
blank.
I can look it up. I have the item deck.
No, I've got it, Sam.
What about Poison Barb?
Hmm.
Did you spell it right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Is it a capital B bar?
Yeah, that shouldn't matter.
Yeah, all right.
For Poison Barb, all poison attacks do an extra dice of damage for a... I might need to fix that. That functionality. For Black Sludge, Alex, if held by a poison type, heal 1d4 at the start of each turn. If not poison type, you're hurt that much instead. Since he's had it on him, I'll just say he's full and you can have your Oranberry back, actually, since he's just been, like, sitting with the Black Sludge on him.
Okay. Sweet.
We'll do that. That makes sense. Okay.
I'll still have given her one Oranberry just because.
For friendliness?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you see the smoke puff out, this Fanfi and this Diglett. They're taken aback by it as they saw this new friend coming in and just laid waste to them as they get this little purple tint on their faces as they're and they look like they do not like this smell and they're a little hurt by this. Next, or first in the initiative is the Diglett. Forgot to roll this. Oh,
Tell you some sticks about the Stiglitz.
He just rolled 2 D3s.
that's how I decide their ability because there's 3 different abilities. That they have. So
Cracks appear in the walls.
the Diglett, kind of as just like a jerk reaction, is gonna try to hit with a mud slap.
I'm telling you, this Diglett is.
It's an unnatural 20.
I feel it.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Okay.
Diglets are fast, so they gotta hide.
Damn.
I told you.
I think Lavender's going down.
Diglett had some stink to him. I knew it.
That is 5 damage, doubled, but then halved again because of levitate. So, just 5
Oh, nice. Way to go, Lavender!
damage. So
I'll
just
be
5
over
damage
here.
on Lavender.
You smell wonderful.
Yeah. So this hits, and you see Lavender kind of float up as the ground gets to it, and just kind of scrapes the bottom of Lavender. It still looks like it hurt as Lavender kind of spins in the air, but it's Lavender's turn.
Okay.
So yeah.
I haven't really seen much else of what Lavender can do, so I'm going to have it do the same thing.
Okay. Yeah. Well, this is actually a concentration attack, but I'll let you just make it again. So to force them to make this save on your turn.
Oh, got it. They
They
would
were
have to make it on
also-
theirs.
Diglett made the save on its turn, so it didn't.
Lavender heals for 2, by the way.
Yeah. Oh god, this sucks. I've got all the stats here. Normally you would take care. I was going to say, well, mark it. Why are you telling me?
Alex, I'm free.
You also, for full transparency, you poisoned both of them.
Oh,
So that's why I'm like, I gotta keep track of their poison, and you're healing, and you're AOE damaging them, and they both fail their save. So go ahead and roll the damage again.
okay. It's a D4 you said, right? I think so. I
yeah.
haven't rolled anything else. 1.
Yeah, so that is 1 doubled, halved again, or 1 plus 2 halved to 1. So you're definitely whittling them down. The
If
Fanfi
it's-
looks pretty good. The Diglett looks bloodied.
I'm not really interested in a
The
Diglett.
Fanfi looks like it's
It's
A
okay.
beefcake.
it's bothered by this, and that's about it.
It's okay. You don't have to
Wait,
kill it.
actually,
Blood Kip's on his way.
sorry.
Oh, God. Is it actually?
That's the plan.
Oh, no.
Wait, you're gonna snipe the?
Yeah, I said, don't worry, Bloodkip's on the way.
roll me Mudkip's initiative, and I'll tell you when it can go if you want it to go.
Bloodkip's scary, man.
Next up is Fanfi's turn. It's poison, so it's gonna take. Oof.
Dexterity.
I'm really liking Lavender so far.
Lavender's pretty good. You got the better one.
Gun or something?
9.
His blood.
Yeah.
9 on your initiative.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, were you here for the waterboard? Yeah, you were.
Yeah, that was that session. So actually, it would next up perfectly in the initiative would be Mudkip if you want Mudkip to go, but you can also have it hang back still if you want.
No, yeah, I think I would like Mudkip to go.
Okay, what's Mudkip gonna do?
Mudkip being woken up by the sound of Zircon is probably going to see like what's going on. Would Mudkip have the like kind of like mind to know that Presnick's probably trying to go after the Fanfi? You think? No, you know what?
Probably
Mudkip's just
not.
angry
Probably,
for being
yeah,
woken
probably-
up.
There is just
Probably
one
wouldn't.
objective.
Probably not.
Mudkip's just upset for being woken up.
I will also say
Bloodkip's
this is
out.
standard like D&D rules. If they drop to 0, like they're death saves. They're not dead.
Yeah,
that's
okay,
that's
yeah,
how
yeah,
he
yeah,
caught
like
Mankey.
faked
You
it.
guys would know that.
No, the main reason I was like, okay, who would be closer then? I guess are they both about the same?
They're both probably about the same for the sake of this in brain combat that we're doing here.
Okay, that's fair.
Theater of the mind.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I set up this because the coughings had more health, but you guys just like
Decimated
steamroll
them.
through them.
Yeah, I think Bloodkip's gonna. Yeah, I think he's just gonna straight up see the Diglett and use water gun.
Okay.
It's a 15-foot range, so I will have to get.
Yeah. So they now see Mudkip has also entered the fray. Roll me your attack.
Just confused as hell. Like, where's Mudkip coming from, you guys? 16 to hit.
That's a good
That
dice.
hits.
That's a good dice.
Where's its? Not its counterpart, but
First
what
hit,
is that?
first kill.
Yeah, it's the
Yes,
same.
it is.
I mean, it might be because I mean double. If you do its health and negative, then
4.
okay, it's down. You did not kill it, but it is down. That was actually really close because you double the damage. So
Mudkip
the
snipes
Diglett,
him with the water gun.
you hit it, and the Diglett kind of slumps over on the ground. It's just kind of like bent over forward. It's like it's knocked out.
Quick, Prexnick, pull it up so we can see what's underneath.
Mudkip kind of looks up at you, Presnick, and just kind of
Some water shoots out of its nose.
it looks at the fan feed like it's next.
Yeah. And actually, because Diglett is now down, it is Lavender's turn.
Okay. Keep doing the same old, same old. I don't know what else it can do, so yeah.
Other things it can do.
Self-destruct.
It can do that.
I'm not ever going to ask
you
it
would
to
you
do
would
that.
know that is a thing that it can do. But you would also probably know that it can do other things with its HP as a fuel, so to speak. You've heard the tale.
It rhymes with Ralph Ray Rucked.
No. Explosion. No. No self-destruct and explosion.
Just depends on what kind of mood you're in.
It can sacrifice its HP to lower something's AC.
Oh.
That's pretty cool.
Oh.
Not doing that.
Yeah.
Since it's its turn, it is going to heal again.
Yeah.
I'm going to roll on my
Yo, is that
other
really a Pokemon?
4.
It is back up to full.
Hell yeah. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Keep doing the thing.
It's I know what the save is. That's right. I was about to ask you. It's a dex save. Yeah, no, it fails. That's an 8.
Okay.
So roll
Rolling
your
the
D4.
damage. 4 again.
Yeah, the red ones are good.
That was exactly enough to knock this thing out.
As soon
That's
as
exactly how much health it had left.
I see it go down, I'm throwing my last Pokeball. As I grip it in my hand, I feel the sweat of my palm.
All sweaty.
Yeah, against the wood of the ball, just because
Mom spaghetti.
I'm wondering if I got lucky with the last one, basically.
Yeah. Let's see.
Red's been good. I'm gonna roll red.
Let's see if you get this thing.
I don't think I do. That's a 19.
Yeah, you throw this Pokeball. This thing's knocked out. You think it might be kind of easy. Actually, does that give you? No, that gives you better. You think it might be pretty easy to catch this thing. It's also poisoned, but you're so nervous, your hands are sweaty. The ball kind of slips out of your hand, and you actually just miss.
Oh no!
Sam, we don't get advantage on the percentile when they're knocked out?
No,
Okay.
you didn't see that.
I didn't. I didn't see the number. I saw you roll it. Sorry, I keep looking over there.
No, that's
instinctively.
fine. These are death saves. That's what these are.
Oh no!
Yeah. I also should also roll one for the. Yeah. Okay.
The Wiglet.
Not
He's-
the Wiglet. The Diglett.
The deadlet.
It likes being
Pokeball's
underground.
just sitting there next to it. I'll say you rolled so bad that the Pokeball did just like fall next to
Okay.
the Pokemon.
I mean,
He's not
I'll have
doing
to
so
wait.
good.
Or is it back around to
you
me now?
didn't even. Oh yeah, I mean they made their save, so yeah, it's your turn again.
Is Mudkip
I mean,
doing anything?
are you gonna try to just murder these things?
No,
right
no,
here?
no, 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 no.
Is
I think-
Mudkip that vicious?
I know. Well,
Maybe.
if you catch him on the right day, I think he's figured out that after seeing you throw the Pokeball in it land, like he figures out what's going on. Weird question. So when doing death saves, we don't know revives or anything, but would an Oran Berry?
Yeah, just like if you were to use a healing spell on someone at 0,
Oh, okay, it would.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You just have to like shove it in their mouth.
I think Mudkip, seeing that Presnick is like trying to catch this Fanfy, is gonna walk over, pull its little Oran Berry out of its leather vest, give it to the Fanfy.
Okay, so you're
And
trying to
like-
force feed the
yeah.
Fanfy. Okay. Roll me a d4.
No, not you. No, I can't take that one.
Yeah, you can.
No, you've got to save that look. No, I don't want to mess it up. Yeah, 4.
Okay. And then it is back up to you, sir.
Okay.
And the Fanfy
Kill it again.
pops up with, and it sees the Diglett still on the ground from before and is like,
Oh, fuck, the Diglett was its friend. I forgot about that.
Get up, bitch. I'm not done.
Oh, no, yeah. Can I delete? Right. Go ahead, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, okay, I got it. Yeah, yeah.
as long as it doesn't have like a formula in the box.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can
yeah.
Delete whatever you want.
I'm gonna rush over to the Pokeball that's lying next to the Fanfy and hold it up in my hand and kind of bring it down and like seeing what I've done to this like terrible this poor little Fanfy and this Diglett just trying to catch Pokemon. I'm actually gonna go over to the Diglett and heal it as well
Okay.
with an Oran Berry.
Okay. Yeah. Give me a Pokemon handling check with advantage when you do that.
You're freak the fuck out, man.
Yeah,
This guy just jumped him, took out his friend, and now he's healing him back.
He's not
girl.
taking friends. He's taking.
17.
Yeah. So, and then roll me the d4 for the Diglett. These things are kind of like, dude, if you just wanted to play, like,
One.
let us know. Like, the hell, man. And they like, and they kind of like, I mean, we could have played. You didn't have to go so hard. And they kind of like start to like trudge off, but they're not like immediately in defensive position against you guys again. They're like, I mean, obviously you healed us back up, so like you're cool, I guess, but
Don't do that.
it's like your friend who like whenever you're play fighting like kicks you in the shin really hard, and you're like, man,
Okay, got it.
I'm gonna
that's how
I'm gonna
they see you.
I'm gonna like kind of move towards them and I'm sorry. We played a little too hard for you. It looked like we may have spoiled your fun. But I think we could maybe make up for it if you'd like to meet some of my friends.
Yeah, I'll say with that previous Pokemon handling check, they're and Diglett turns around and the Fanfy's sitting on top of his head as he's digging back to camp.
Yeah, so we'll go back over and I'll wake the rest of the group just to kind of see what's up, because what Presnick is thinking in this moment is he can't possibly separate this Diglett and Fanfi. But if maybe they both want to come along, like if somebody else wants the Diglett or something, I don't know.
And you can kind of have that conversation with your friends. We've largely been treating like when you talk to Pokemon, they somewhat understand, but that's what the Pokemon handling checks are for. They don't actually understand human speak. So if you just want to be like, hey guys, I kind of want this Fanfi, but they're really good friends. Does anybody want the Diglett? Like, you could just say that.
I don't want to. I don't want to separate them. I don't know what kind of person I'd be if I just.
You'd be a person with a fanfic.
Is Chomp out?
Oh yeah, of course Chomp's out.
Yeah. They're playing together. Even Mudkip's kind of getting into it now. Yeah. All the little groundy boys.
You say what kind of person would do that, and Grayson just kind of and Pat's drowsy.
There were 3 drowsy total. There's 2 friends
Three
still.
was a crowd. He was helping the other 2 out.
Yeah. Crowd control, you know.
So while the Pokemon are kind of playing along, I'll kind of move over to the Diglett and the Fanfi, and so I know you two are good friends. I'd love to maybe make more friends with you and have wonderful little adventures. Do you think the 2 of you might want to come along with us?
Give me a persuasion check with advantage because you've befriended them and got them back to the camp.
Ooh, nice. Let me see what my bonus to that is. Non-natural 20.
Yeah, they've been playing, so Fanfi's no longer on the top of Diglett's head, but they kind of like look at each other and they're like looking around at all the friends that they've kind of made, and like how in the 15-20 minutes how much fun they've kind of been having. And even when they were fighting, like, you know, they got to throw a mud slap at you. Fanfi, I don't think actually did anything. but yeah. Yeah, they're kind of like, yeah, I mean, these guys are fun. They play a little too hard, but we could hang out with you guys for a while. Yeah.
I'll kind of look at the rest of you.
Kind of like nudge you on your leg, like to let you know that, yeah, that's cool.
I only really have a Pokeball for the one.
All out.
Me too.
Want a Diglett?
Oh, Presnick, I thought you'd never ask.
So I'll kneel down and hold out the Pokeball.
And which Pokeball are you using? Because you said you have one, but you had mentioned the Zacian Ball.
Yeah, I have the Zacian Ball and a Pokeball.
And a Pokeball.
I just didn't want to use the Zacian Ball, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, that's
You
fair.
said I have also Lynn's ball for
Apom.
yeah.
Apom's in it.
Okay.
I mean,
Super
you
cool
would
mod.
know that ninjas don't typically carry extra Pokeballs because it's not in their job description
Usually
to like
just have
catch
your
Pokeball.
partner,
Yeah,
yeah.
to catch Pokemon.
Okay.
Remind me again, what is the point of the power cells? I know it's to like recharge the Pokeballs, but in what
It's
context?
so that you only have 2 active at a time. That's
Oh, okay. Got it,
metagame
got
the
it,
reason
got it.
why.
Yeah. So
Like-
Fanfi wouldn't be active if I.
Yeah, like it. I mean, you're going through a long rest, so if you wanted to swap Fanfi out with Lavender or whatever, you could do that.
Okay.
Gotcha.
But yeah,
I see what.
but that's besides the point because you've healed it. They're no longer hostile.
Oh yeah, do we heal our Pokemon from the long rest?
Not yet because you
Okay.
haven't quite.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
finished
yeah,
it
go ahead.
yet. But roll me if you're trying to catch Fanfi, roll me the D100.
80.
That would have worked even if he hadn't befriended it.
But this makes me feel better about it.
Yeah. So
So.
Fanfi even like kind of reaches their trunk up at it and taps the Pokeball and
Hello, Fanfi.
He lets himself in.
yeah, and then psh, and the little cartridge pops out of the Pokeball, the temporary one, to show that it has worked. It had been captured.
And as soon as I've done that, I'm like kind of looking at the Pokeball, very pleased with myself, and not only the fact that I've been able to catch 2 Pokemon in one day, but the manner in which I was able to. I made a friend.
You beat one into
Zircon just had to not be there, basically.
and Lavender was there.
Yeah. as soon as I've kind of like had that moment to myself, I'm gonna look over at Presnick and Grayson and the Diglett.
Yeah, and then I'll just walk over to the Diglett and be like, Nobu would be so proud right now.
So you're using a Nobu ball?
Yeah, I'll boink the Diglett on the head with the Nobu ball.
Okay.
I'm making so much painting work for myself.
Yeah, roll
Yes,
me a D100.
Oh no, that's true.
Yeah, at least coughing's easy. I feel like Fanfi's pretty easy to paint. Diglett's super easy. It's literally just like a little,
That's fair.
like
yeah.
brown.
No, when you catch
Black dots,
oh, no,
and then-
Nobu's not. Oh no, Nobu's the Jackson Pollock one. When you catch a Pokemon with it, they become
Pink
Jackson
nose.
Pollock style.
Okay.
No, just
Damn it.
66.
Yeah. So similarly, the Diglett's willing to come
Bloodkip's
with to be
favorite
with his
number.
friend. So he kind of jumps up out of the hole, and you see two little feet as he wiggles his feet to try and get to the Pokeball.
Whoa, it's cannon!
President, did you see that?
Write that down. Write that down.
It is quite a rare sight. You would know as researchers that you don't see that very often.
Oh my God, we have a thesis paper.
I truly freak out when it happens.
I saw it! Good.
Okay. Yeah.
We
And then
need to roll
similarly,
off of this paper.
the little cartridge pops out, and now you've got a Diglett.
President,
yeah.
we need to kill the witnesses. This
Yeah.
is our paper.
And I'll say now
don't think we
the
could.
benefits of a long rest happen, so we can just heal.
I'm
I was like,
scared.
Mudkip
heal
and
everything.
I can't
Mudkip
sleep
and
at night.
the Diglett are well acquainted.
Yeah.
I don't know, the Diglett might not have even known that it was Mudkip.
Yeah, he's
That
like a
sniped
thief
it
in
from
He
the-
got
the bushes.
smacked from the back
Yeah.
in
He
the
just knew,
head.
like something
Yeah.
wet hit him, and that was it.
Yeah.
He saw the light.
Oh, I'm out, fam.
Okay. So that's the long rest. If anybody was hurt,
and he
heal 'em.
taketh away.
And then let's continue on. Somebody roll me a D6, and someone else roll me a D8.
I've been rolling a lot. I'll let you guys go for it.
D6 and a D8.
Mhm.
You can roll these. It's an 8 on the D8.
It's an 8 on the D6.
It's
a
a
one.
1.
Oh no.
Okay.
We don't know what it means.
No, not yet.
One could be good.
I get stressed out when he
Or-
does stuff like this
one
because
could
it's
be
just the
nothing.
chaos
You
magic
see one
table in my head
Gengar
all over.
looking at
A wild magic, and I just
Well, this is so that if like you guys walk back through this route, now I don't have to make a shit ton of Pokemon. It's all there. That's why I did encounter tables. So yeah, I'd assume Mugen, you're leading again. You've got Lynn over your shoulder. You know that you should be reaching Yasei probably just before nightfall, given
So
where
we've
you
seen
are.
the ocean.
Yeah, you can smell it and see it or hear it through the trees off the path where you are. That you know with the pace you guys have been walking that you'll probably get there around that time. And even after just like an hour of walking, like you said, you see the ocean. You hear the waves. You kind of get a sense of relief, even though it's been a very stressful journey so far. To kind of be back home, the ocean kind of is very familiar to you and very calming. So as you and Jen, I'm assuming Jen would be out, or Jean would be out. So yeah, as you guys get closer, you might see a couple little Pokemon splashing in the water. If anyone wanted to like investigate that further,
I do.
yeah.
I've made enough friends.
How big are the splashes?
Like Gyarados size.
No, like they're little, like they're distinct from like wave crashes, and that it's like
It's like cracking.
yeah, about like a small size functionally for D&D.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cookie.
Oh.
Yeah, if you want to give a ponder over that
Yeah.
way, then give me a perception check.
seen
If you're
the
just
new
walking up, then
What?
The new crab?
you can also give me
No.
cloth.
It,
This one.
yeah, it's like a blocky crabby. I really like
And
it.
its eyes are, it's got like
The
holes in
stalk
its
eyes.
face, and it's just like eyes.
15.
15. Yeah. You can see this little blue ball out on the ocean with like a little tail, like kind
Ball
of
with
yeah,
tail?
yeah, kind of like by the beach, bouncing around, and then another like taller, lighter blue figure on 2 feet, kind of like waddling around next to it.
Seal type thing?
No,
Or a
that's like
walrus?
white. Seal's white.
Or is it like a type?
What
Give me
shape?
give me give me a history check.
Did you say with 2 feet?
19.
19. Yeah, this is too. This I know what you're going for. This is too. The ball shaped one is too dark to be that. Too dark of a blue.
I'm not. I don't think there's so many fucking Pokemon.
Yeah. Well, you said like walrus looking thing. It's too dark to be a spheal.
Okay. Like a maybe.
It's a
mean,
whale
maybe.
lord.
What?
It's a whale lord.
Maybe it does fit the right shape. The shade of blue looks a little off, but maybe.
Spheal?
I don't have any Pokeballs, so I can't really catch any.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna.
Okay.
I'll point it out to Presnick. Maybe.
If it's a whale lord, I happen to have a
Every
Zacian
ball.
That would be perfect for this situation.
Yeah, I'll point it out to everyone else. Be like, hey guys, how's that over there?
Yeah, you guys get the same description. You can walk closer if you want, but it's just two little figures playing in the ocean. I'll say with the perception check, you distinctly notice that neither of these figures have arms, but they both walk on 2 feet. One's tall and like a light blue with a little ball head, and the other one's like a little dark blue ball.
Wobbuffet.
No.
Dang it.
I'm drawing a blank. I don't know.
Is it like Whooper and Quagsire?
You're close. One of them, you would with that guess, you'll know that one of them is Whooper.
A Whooper and
You can walk closer.
I'm gonna walk closer.
Okay.
Walk closer. 'Cause that was killing me.
I have to know. I'm not.
You've seen this before. It's a Poliwag.
Oh,
And a
okay.
Whooper.
Wait, what's up?
Involves in a Poliwhirl and Poliwrath and Politoed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's the
you should
best
say
space
you
one.
should
with a
say
tail.
like a tadpole looking thing.
But it's not. It looks like a little ball with a tail.
Yeah.
That's fair.
It's like a ball with a tail.
I enjoy
don't
these
exist.
descriptions and like reverse engineering it. It feels like who's that Pokemon but harder.
Yeah.
I do love those videos. So yeah, you see just a little Poliwag and Whooper playing in the surf out in the ocean. They're splashing each other. and,
cool.
Yeah, probably sprinkling some water.
That looks fun. I'm gonna leave them to their fun. I've interrupted enough playtimes for one adventure.
Yeah.
So we're like, there's like ocean on one side, and then what's on the other side, like forest.
Not super dense, but yeah, there's some trees and stuff, kind of like a plains land almost,
Oh,
with,
cool.
with some
Cool,
sparse
cool, cool,
trees.
cool,
There might be some grouping of trees every now and again, but it's not like a
I would like
forest.
to keep an eye on like grassland to see if I see any cool looking Pokemon.
Okay,
While walking, just in case.
I'll give you this then. Do you guys want to give up the D8 to roll again on the land encounter
You guys think?
without knowing what it is?
Yeah, I'll roll one with
So here's the
No, it's
thing.
the D6.
To remember though, you said you don't have any Pokeballs, right?
Yeah, that's true. Crap. Never mind then.
I was
I
like,
can
I mean,
can
I'm
give you my
down.
Zacian
Go for
ball.
Yeah.
organic companionships.
I don't think I'll be using it anytime soon.
Okay, well, since he has one left, well,
And I
Let's
have
do
one
In the
as
name
well.
of research.
Since you don't have any Pokeballs, just roll the D6. I'll give you an extra land-based
to God.
encounter.
If there's
That was not a
Pikachu
roll, I
and I
dropped
don't
it.
have any Pokeballs.
it's a 1.
Reroll it.
5.
Okay, roll me a D4.
He goes, reroll it again. For Sam, he's-
Re-roll it until it is exactly a 3.
There are exactly 4 Entei outside.
President!
surrounded by every letter of the unknown.
Exactly. You're looking out there. You would probably see a couple little birds. They look very familiar or very similar to Friggy, but
Normal color.
but
so
yeah, but you would know this to be like a normal Pidgey.
Cool.
4 of them specifically. Just kind of hanging out in some of the trees. Maybe some of them are on the ground, kind of picking at the ground.
Not
Just
good for a heavy bowl.
No. I don't think they're that heavy. Is there one like on the ground too fat to fly?
Roughly the same size as Gibble.
There's no Gus the Mouse
We'll have
Pidgey version.
Friggy and Pudgy.
That'd be good.
Friggy can sit on Pudgy's head.
I'll like point it out to everybody just in case. Be like,
I
"Hey,
really
there's
enjoyed
some
you just-
Pidgeys."
just
And I'll
dreaming
take, like,
about it.
notes on what they're eating, maybe.
Yeah, they look to be picking non-Pokemon descript worms out of the ground or some berries out of some trees.
Yeah, you mentioned berries. Is that like berries we can actually pick and forage?
Give me a perception check. See if you can see what kind of berry this is.
As they pull the worms out, you see little legs.
9.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. I mean, there are definitely some berries up there. You've only really encountered orange berries, and those aren't blue. Wow.
Presnick, do you want to do the research and eat one of those berries? See if they're safe. If they're safe to eat for science.
Presnick, I swear to God, if you even entertain that. I'm sorry. Presnick, I swear to Arceus if you even entertain that notion.
I have to be careful because if I don't watch Top, he'll put anything in his mouth.
Yeah, I'm gonna just take a slight nibble out of one and see if I know what it is.
Is Lavender out?
Yeah.
There's... Even though lavender doesn't stink, you kind of get this, like... kind of like an allergy feeling from lavender being around, from, like, the poisonous fumes that just kind of flow out. They don't smell bad or make you sick, but you kind of feel like you have an upset stomach. The minute you kind of nibble on this, though, that goes away.
It's a pecha berry.
That's what you would probably gather.
Cool.
I have some
Oh, you
pecha
have some-
berries.
oh, then
Can
you
I
would know.
compare?
Yes,
yeah.
yes, you would
okay.
know.
Okay, can we
I was like, how did you know?
can we actually forage
I can't remember the
pecha
super
berries?
effective
Or is
typings,
there,
but I
like-
know what all the berries
Okay.
do.
Oh, it's
If,
like-
you're trying to forage, roll me a d4. and that's how many you get. Minus the one that you already have.
4. I rolled a 4.
Okay, so you get 4 pecha berries, and you have the one still.
Okay.
How do you spell pecha?
Pecha.
P-E-C-H. And what do they do?
Berry. They heal poison or reduce toxic poison to normal poison, I believe is right. That's what I have it written as.
I have poison heal in quotations.
Yeah.
Reduce poison level.
Their official
Essentially,
description is
yeah.
cures poison.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
It's probably different for this.
yeah.
Cool. So now that I know we can actually forage berries, that is super helpful.
Yeah.
Awesome.
No one's looked for berries before. Or even when I'm like, please
True.
Pokemon are just eating berries off, you're
Almost
like, cool.
every berry
I want
you
to try
eat
to
in
kidnap that
Pokemon, too.
Pokemon.
It's like, I'm gonna fuck that. Chances are high it's gonna be good. Let's go find that drowsy.
No. It's
Never
making
foraged for berries.
friends.
Yeah. Cool. So you guys are walking. I know some of you guys were interested in the ocean. Is anybody looking that way still? Taking in the sights?
I'm
just
less
carrying
interested in the ocean.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm still interested only because of Mudkip. Yeah, I know he's freshwater Pokemon, but he's still living his life.
Yeah.
He's enjoying it.
Yeah.
Splashing.
Have
Yeah.
Mudkip give me a perception check.
Okay.
Dude, how messed up would it be in the Pokemon universe if like freshwater Pokemon touch saltwater and like just
Explode.
yeah.
They shrivel up.
This is a detail that I've never
It'd
thought
be
about
worse
before.
if they take in the salt water and they just like wither away. Literally would barf up their insides.
So anyway, what's Mudkip
What's
doing?
Mudkip doing in the ocean?
Dying.
Mudkip's just running along the
He's
beach.
suffocating. He
right.
is
Well, so
suffocating in
actually,
water.
Mudkip sees a couple rocks,
tentacles
just not too far out into the
taken.
ocean, but a little ways into the ocean, and starts to like
Ocean.
hop on these rocks as when he lands on the first one, it actually kind of bobs,
Uh-oh.
and this little curly tail, blue curly tail, pops out, and then this little head, and his arm, and he's trying to you're on top of something's shell.
It's Blastoise! It's a Blastoise!
And it's gotta
It's
be.
small. It's not. Yeah. It's not. It's not a Pikachu.
Squirtle.
Not yet, it's not.
Mudkip, are you making friends over there?
Yeah, Mudkip might be kind of like and like jumping as this thing
this
flips
is why
over.
we
Now it's on
can't
its stomach, and they're
drown,
like
so
playing
hopefully-
together. And then there's another one that flips over a little bit ways away and swims over, and they start like squirting water at each other.
Are they wearing sunglasses?
No,
Could you imagine?
How
There's-
deep
there's-
is the water?
there's just two of them. For you guys, probably like knee deep at most where they
so
are.
Chomp would probably drown in it. So yeah.
Probably.
Let's see if Spur can swim. Swing.
Yeah, I mean, Chomp could probably swim too.
I'm
He
not
just
gonna
might not
risk it.
like it as a
I'm just gonna
ground
let Mudkip
type.
have fun with it.
I'm gonna see what Spur does when he.
Yeah.
Let him throw a couple water guns.
As you guys
around.
are walking down the path, you guys are kind of getting far away, but it
Six
seems that the
of
current is
walking.
kind of pulling things out that way towards the bay, as it is kind of lucky, I guess.
I'm gonna let Lavender go and play a little bit, but I'm gonna hold Zircon back and be like, Watch this. Watch them play. Learn what you can.
Lavender just floats up and smiles. Yeah, because it doesn't have any arms, and they're all like, "Yeah." And Zircon kind of looks at you like, "I don't have a mouth, Dad. What the hell? How am I gonna do that?"
You gotta get a Sharpie out and just draw a mouth on him.
And another smaller eye.
You squish an orange
You
berry
get some
and
glue and get like a little googly eye or something.
Stick it on Zircon.
I would like to imagine that Lavender becomes basically a beach ball for them.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
bouncing Lavender back and forth.
yeah.
Yeah. And Lavender just
Mudkip's
a little
using rain
puff
dance.
of like non-toxic smoke every time Lavender gets hit. But yeah.
Fun.
As you guys made some little Squirtle friends, and they're playing. As you guys get close to town, though, give me a perception check.
The D8.
You said what? Oh.
Your perception check reveals that
Dirty
there is
20.
no town.
Yeah. So yeah, you see that you're close to town. You even know the perfect distance that you need to be away to shout to like the guards up at the gate. I'll give everyone home.
Still daytime, right?
It's getting late at this point. It's almost it's like sunset probably.
Oh, I'm adjusting then.
Yeah. So you guys are coming up to this gate. The fence is not accurate to size. It is quite tall. You would know, Mugen, that this fence or this wall was built to help defend against the onslaught of bandits that you've had in recent years. And so as you get close, you call out to the guards on the tower. You give your insignia or your probably your squad number or whatever kind of notification you would need to give to them as a ninja of the Yasei Corps. I'll say even with the perception check, you can also see them kind of scoff to each other. As you would know that the guardsmen and the ninja don't get along very well. The black ops and the everyday police are not very friendly. But you're one of them. You call out and say that you've got some travelers with you, non-hostiles, and one fallen comrade. And they come out with a stretcher and they help you take him, and you might even address where his home is and things like that. Do you leave the Pokeball, his partner Pokemon, with him too whenever they...
No, I keep that and I'm trying to go to his parents' house because I knew them personally.
Okay, that's where they're taking the body. So yeah, you guys can walk. Yeah, you guys can walk to the house together. Are you all going with him, or are you guys gonna...
I'm withdrawing both Pokemon and yeah, definitely trying to be as respectful as I can be.
Gotcha. Everybody else same?
Yeah. I know. This entire time I've been like, see Sam's eye.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah.
literally just like
This is the game we play.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So as you guys enter town, I can go back to Maine now.
No, it's fine.
Now that you
I'm
guys
just
are in
gonna
town.
lower this so it's not in your face in the camera because I've done that to myself too.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it was. It's no big deal.
So everyone at home did know what we were talking about.
I will keep Drowsy out. My
Okay.
Apologies.
Yeah. So, as you guys go into town, you notice that the road kind of curves off to what would be the southwest? Yes. So it curves down into the right, essentially, as you walk in. Immediately, you see a large kind of discrepancy, like weird or oddity to the town. Everything to the right is just more open wildness, fieldlands, beach, ocean. And everything to the left is kind of the town where everyone lives, and just so I can see you guys, where everyone lives, and kind of like the town square. You even see a larger building that seems of some kind of importance. Mugen would know this to be the ninja headquarters and kind of the town hall, as well as where the guardsmen's headquarters. I think I have it listed as. Not very great at naming buildings. But yeah. As you guys make your way past all of that, you see in the open lands just especially Victor and Presnick and even probably Grayson, a lot of Pokemon that you've never seen before, just kind of roaming around in the wilds.
Trying very hard to maintain my composure and not, like, instantly begin asking a million questions. I know this is...
Over there.
You're like elbowing each other and you're just like pointing and yeah.
Scribbling notes, drawings.
Yeah. There's a lot of different terrain out in this area too. Some of it looks man-made, and then way out in the distance you kind of see one building out there that looks very minimalist. But other than that, just a lot of cool-looking Pokemon to check out later. But this is a somber moment. You are kind of in a makeshift funeral procession to Lynn's house.
They're not with trainers. They're literally just wild.
Just literally out. There's you might see a person or two kind of like tending to them, but not enough people to count for how many Pokemon there are.
Make a note of that. I'm gonna go back.
Yeah. And as you guys make it past the kind of the main part of town, you get into where like the living quarters would be deeper into town, far enough away from the wall that it's protected. You even see a dock kind of at the end of the road. Doesn't look like it's used very frequently, but it is quite a substantial dock leading out into the ocean. And as you turn your way into town, you guys come upon a house. And there's a knock at the door, and this older woman answers. Oh, yes. And immediately sees past the guards that are kind of carrying the stretcher with Lynn. And immediately is on the ground sobbing. Lynn! But that's my Lynn! What happened? What happened to him? They said he'd been captured, not killed. And
so, what I haven't described this whole time is that Gene also wears a mask as part of his uniform, which he has since taken off. It's like almost like, think like the Ombu Black Ops mask. He just takes it off and is just standing there, kind of holding whatever traditional like ninja, almost like a salute would be. While she just cries, he just stands there and waits for his turn.
Jen or Mugen?
Mugen, sorry.
Yeah, okay. I was like,
no, Gene doesn't wear a mask.
Okay. Yeah. So for presumably the first time, you guys probably see Mugen's face, as he's standing there with probably the Pokeball in your hand, just waiting for your turn. She seems quite upset, and this might be kind of the first time that you've encountered a situation like this and been this person. And even though there's this rivalry kind of between you guys and the guardsmen, one of the guardsmen kind of like nudges you to like, because she's just gonna cry there for as long as you let her.
Your son fought bravely to bring us vital information and gave his life in the protection of Yasei and the continent. And this was his. I think he would have.
She takes it and she lets him out, and Apalm was never called out after Lynn dying, and Apalm 2 is joyful to see Lynn's mom here, but as soon as sees the puffy eyes and kind of makes eye contact, and she kind of pulls him away and is holding him, and she looks at you and says, Thank you. We'll make preparations. Thank you for getting him back. Both of them.
The Corps lost a valuable member today.
As did I. As you would know her to be a widow, and this was largely all she had left.
Know that we will continue to take care of you as a member of his family in honor of what he gave.
I appreciate that, and I wish it made it easier. Thank you. So, you would know probably to leave her as she discusses with the guards to plan what to do with the body and how to take care of that.
The mask back on.
Mm-hmm. Backs away.
A subtle nod is all President can really muster.
Yeah.
You see the naivety that usually is with Grayson kind of wash away, and he just, my deepest apologies, and kind of backs off as well.
Yeah.
Bitcher's like, I wasn't there.
Preston.
I was there, but
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
I was like, I don't want to say the wrong things. I'm just gonna keep back.
Preston, I'm gonna retroactively have you make a No, never mind.
No.
No.
Okay.
No, that's retroactive.
Let me do something.
No. So yeah, so what are you guys doing? You've got some vital information, and you've seen the fieldlands, and there's also the center of town. You've done your duty to appease this not appease, but give this poor woman some kind of closure. As last she heard, Lynn was just captured, presumed dead, but at least she's got some piece of him back.
I'll turn to Mugen. Do you have family here?
Not exactly. Core is kind of the only family I have left in it.
Should you feel called to visit with anyone close to you while we're here, I'd be happy to give you some time. And
I should report about Lynn to the headquarters of the Corps while I'm here. But
should we come with?
I think they're gonna want to hear what we've discovered.
Of course.
And you guys did grab the map and the
Yeah.
and I believe Presnick has that.
Oh, yes. This.
Yeah.
As you look in your pack, it's not there.
What happened, President?
You said it's nighttime right now, correct?
It's
Or getting
it's sunset.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
This is not good.
it's not there. I don't know
Where did you have it last?
when I put it in there. When I haven't checked on it since we encountered the shade, or maybe even that salesman. I don't know. I'm so sorry. What can I recall from memory? Anything? I mean, I know I was kind of pulling it.
The only time you were kind of away from your pack was when you were sleeping. So that's the only time you could maybe think something happened to it. But you were so caught up in trying to catch Pokemon that you know, you went straight for a Pokeball in your pack and didn't think to double check at any point.
Drowsy doesn't sleep.
Because Drowsy has insomnia. So this happened. Okay. I forgot about that. That's my fault.
Okay. No, don't. It's.
Um,
I read it and I was like, wait a minute.
He doesn't sleep. Okay, give me a perception check. This isn't going to change anything, but this might tell you what happened to it. Because we're not going back that far.
Good Drowsy. Good Drowsy.
You got this.
Ooh.
18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While Victor was on his watch, something snuck into camp, but didn't seem to be harming anyone and was largely transparent. So
Okay. I was about to say, you specifically said
Yeah.
something.
some things, actually, but
Okay.
Transparent?
semi-transparent. But so it's hard to make out exact like. Drowsy might, as you guys are pondering this, like tug.
Yeah, I was like, he
and
doesn't really have a
and be
way
like
of-
and be like, bro, as he's doing hypnosis, and then be like, and point to Victor.
Oh, what? I don't have it, guys.
No, Drow.
Drowsy's trying to frame me.
You, Drow.
Uh,
Oh, he couldn't see while he was on watch.
My bad, guys.
And something semi-transparent snuck into camp and stole the.
Where's the fire, girl? Johnny's trapped in the well.
They fell down the well.
My bad, Mugen. My
So
Well.
what?
terrible perception
Drowsy, did you?
screwed up your plan.
And Grayson just looks defeated.
You guys, I mean, know what was on it if you remember. It's just you don't have the actual. I mean, I'll refresh to an extent. Essentially, there seem to be plans, or at least the intention laid out on paper, to attack the daimyo while he was on one of his nightly walks.
I do remember that. We just don't have the details, but we know about the threat still.
No, I'm trying to remember what else there was because I know there was other stuff that I had.
There was a bunch of wanted
posters.
Yeah, and it was 4 of them.
You have a very good memory. I didn't even remember how many there were. I had to look it up while I was prepping for this session.
There were 4. I do remember that.
Well, we did also play like 6 sessions of the Wrath's House between now and then.
Yeah, right.
Okay, well, I mean, they trust me enough.
Yeah,
Our word is enough to go on.
Mhm.
I'll vouch for anything you have to say about it. Just get in front of the daimyo. But really, we need to take this to the core. They are his special detail.
And you would know, especially on the nightly walks, which your captain has griped about in the past, how it's dangerous for him to do so, but he insists.
Time is of the essence then. If it's getting late, I would hate for something to happen tonight.
Great.
Let's go. Lead the way.
Are we still by the house with the old lady?
I would say y'all are like just outside of like the neighborhood,
Okay.
not necessarily like in the house or right next door.
So we will quickly move.
Yeah.
To
So you quickly make
headquarters.
your way back into town. Again, passing this field. A lot of the Pokemon seem to kind of be resting for the night.
Do I know this field?
Yeah, you would know this to be like a sanctuary. Since the bandits were terrorizing the land, the daimyo actually thought it smart to not just encompass Yasei in the wall, but also some of the
Surrounding
wildlands
area.
as well. And it is protected, so catching Pokemon here is not allowed. But if Pokemon want to leave with you, they can. They're not held there against their will.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we keep moving.
Thanks for that.
I would have given Mugen the information to like divulge to the group before then, because he would have known. But yeah, so you guys make your way back into town. You quickly pass through the center of town, not really taking stock of much, and you make your way to the city hall kind of Yasei. When you guys get there, you actually see the... Pulling up names, give me a second. You actually see the daimyo and a couple of ninja. You would know them to be some upper-ranking ninja. You might not know them by name, but they're not the captain, but they're definitely above your rank.
Okay.
I can't look at these.
I'll signal one of them over, if I can, and just let them know that it is possible that an attempt might be made on the daimyo's life tonight, and that they should probably seek backup for his walk, and that I'm going to the captain with more information, and it'll be disseminated as needed.
And the daimyo is actually a kid not much older than you guys.
Oh.
He overhears this and he goes, "What? Is this another one of Captain Yamato's plans to keep me inside? I'm not going to do it. Our people need to know that it's safe at night, especially with the wall. They need to not be afraid of the bandits."
Unfortunately not, Your Excellency. This is directly from the source. We just came from Seishin.
"And what proof do you have?"
Plans we recovered have been taken by Seishin forces that illustrated your nightly routine, and I'll start to say things to him that they have marked down about his specific nightly walks.
Okay, give me persuasion with advantage.
That's a natural 20.
Needed that.
A 20.
Was it a dirty 20 and a natural 20?
No,
or
it was
did
a
you have
natural
plus?
20, 4 plus 0.
Okay.
And a 19 on the other roll.
Okay.
So
Damn.
Yeah, no. You start describing his routine to him. He kind of for a second is like, "Is this just because you're a ninja and you just know my routine?" Like, or did they actually have this information? He's like, "Well, I guess it is best to be safe. Again, I don't want to. Everyone's used to seeing me out. I don't want to worry anyone." So he takes out 2 of his Pokeballs and he throws out 2 Pokemon. You see a large winged creature with a mouth just as big as its body. Fly next to him, and then you see a large bug with a fuzzy body and some similar wings. Not similar in the sense that they're the same wings, but since that it has wings.
What color is
It's like a light purple and white kind of color.
Ooh.
And
It's
then
not
the
like
other
drawing a
creature's
blank on
like
that
a
one.
dark blue, or like
Oh.
dark blue,
Like
like
a
a
steel
true
gray.
blue
Yeah.
kind of color.
Oh, I know what that one
Yeah,
is.
with some purple wings.
yeah, I know what that one is.
Yeah.
The other one I'm drawing a blank on. But that's
He's like,
fine.
Well, we'll continue our walk with bats and bugs here, and
Very creative.
and we'll ding. And you get with Captain Yamato, and like I said, I don't want to worry anyone, and this could still be a hoax. And if it is one of Yamato's plans, I do not appreciate it. And
I give you my word,
we'll be in town.
sir. You're hearing this before Yamato himself.
He believes you, like, instinctively. He's like I trust you. It's like the track record says I shouldn't, but I do. It was a very hard DC because you had no proof.
Yeah, true.
But you were very persuasive. So you're making your way to the
Yeah.
the tower. This is where while they're having this conversation, you guys might finally start to take notice of your surroundings as you kind of rush through town to get here. There is a large building, not quite as big as the one in Mando, but it is the town hall. Might be similar to what the town hall in Seishin was before it was destroyed. Similar kind of size to that, with another large wing off to the east of the building, which is where you guys would be heading to the Ninja Corps. A little ways to the west of that, though, is a smaller. You can't tell if it was just shoddily put together or if it's in disrepair or what's going on. But you see a couple guardsmen kind of hanging around there, and Mugen would know this to be the guardsmen's headquarters. And could be part of the reason why there's some animosity there. So you guys head into the ninja base of operations, their headquarters in the east wing of the I might have said west before, but it's the east wing of the Capitol building, and you make your way to try to find Captain Yamato.
Before we go inside anywhere, I think I'm going to pull Mugen to the side. And Mugen, speaking as someone who's been in the politics life for a long time, are you sure you can trust everyone that we're talking to?
I trust Yamato with my life. But as for everyone else, there's no telling the weird political landscape of this area, what could be happening under the table.
Very well then. We talk to Yamato, no one else.
Agreed.
Okay. So yeah, you guys walk in. You get some looks because you've got some outsiders with you, but you're brushing them off, and so they don't even question you. They might even notice that you have 2 charged Pokeballs at your hilt, and a lot of them are below your rank at this point, so they're not even going to question you. As you make your way to Captain Yamato's office, you hear some arguing going on inside. As a gruffer voice that you would know to be the head of the guards group is arguing with Captain Yamato about sharing space. We'll keep our weapons in our place. Can we just please keep our armor in here? It's getting rusty in that building. It's got holes, and we can't adequately deter any bandits from the gates. This used to be ours, and we let you have. And Yamato, as you open the door, is just standing there, kind of letting him talk, and is like, "We can discuss this tomorrow. Someone's here to see me. Please see yourself." You're not gonna. You can't. And he kind of pumps himself. You can't tell me to leave. We're of equal rank in this town. And he just kind of like starts to push him out, like usher him out as he's walking closer to him.
Yeah, I say nothing.
Yeah. You guys kind of step in and off to the side as he continually gets closer to what you would know as Captain Gordo. No, wait. Yeah, Gordo, I guess. I fucked it up. That's what his name's going to be. That's not what his name is, but I messed it up. And so that's what you guys are going to call him. Yeah.
Yes!
It's canon now.
He has like a really big gut. If his name's Gordo.
He's like a football linebacker. Like he's big, but you know it's solid. Like it's not like yeah. Wait, what'd you ask?
Nothing. Kid right around on a Segway.
He's Paul Blart. So so Yamato just keeps on stepping closer and closer to him as he's yelling at him, and you see Gordo kind of start to back down and like I'll talk to you tomorrow, I guess. It's ridiculous as he turns around and marches out.
Okay, I'll shut the door.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will remove my mask and take a knee.
Right, of course,
Captain.
Logan. You know, you don't have to take a knee. I do appreciate it, but you're of similar rank to me now, so you do not need to. Similar in that they're not. You're not a lieutenant. Like you're not a what do you call it? You're not like a pawn anymore. Yeah. Essentially for chess turns, like pawn sounds very degrading.
Manager.
Yeah. He's like top dog, but you're like upper dog. So you don't have to kneel to him anymore.
We recovered the objective in Seishin.
You got the plans? Why are you here?
Because we got more than just those.
Did you send them back to Mando already?
We felt it more pressing to come here and tell you first. The other plans are designs on the life of our daimyo here. And then I'll just go into great detail about what we discovered and...
Grayson, before Mugen does that, give me an insight check. Also, I'm going to give this one as a freebie to you guys. He's confused because you guys were supposed to go get the Pokeball plans from the Smoke Bandit.
They didn't have them.
They weren't there.
I was about to say.
I thought we did get them.
No, they weren't there. The Smoke Bandit's not there. They don't like the Smoke Bandit.
Oh.
So, your
I was about to try and like figure out, are you lying intentionally, like for a reason?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Got 5.
5. Okay.
I would have said the right thing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So he's not confused then. But yeah. So yes, this is. You've heard me. I've told him many times that this is very dangerous to walk around at night like this. And he's kind of fidgeting his hands, kind of like. And he starts to stutter. It's kind of uncharacteristic for him. But you've dumped just a ton of information on this man. And so he's kind of
we have reason to believe that the Shade is behind this.
Give me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Wait, I thought
The Shade was known as a myth.
I didn't think the Shade was attacking. I thought it was...
Well, the Shade seems like they're in
plans
charge.
to attack.
Yeah.
13.
I already forgot. You have persuasion, with disadvantage. I was like, what did I have you roll?
13 to hit.
13 to hit. Roll initiative.
Throw it off to our 13. This is really good.
Yeah. So, Captain Yamato. You mean the fairy tale? As his hands kind of settle and he kind of chuckles at you. He's like, Mugen, are you playing with me?
No, sir, I go.
I hope that I'm not speaking out of turn, but I think all of us here can attest, if more voices make it more believable, it is no myth.
He straight up killed a guy right in front of him. No hesitation. Scariest moment.
Killed a... you are...
Lynn.
Oh. Did you bring him back?
Yes, sir. He is with his mother.
And his partner?
He's with his mother.
Okay. Good. I'll be sure to make a visit down there. And,
Very good.
But the Shade, the old child's horror story. You're serious. And I'm to believe, absolutely no offense, Mugen, but your friends here, these outsiders.
We're not from here. We've heard no such tales. We know only what we've experienced. I believe that would make our word more convincing, not less.
What about Jean? He knows Jean.
Did he know Jean?
No, I'm sorry, Froki.
Jen.
Yeah.
Jean.
Jean, sorry. Yeah.
The Shade knew Jean? Or he... Who knows
I'm
Jean?
talking about the daimyo. No.
Yeah, like
Captain Yamato. Captain
Yes,
Yamato
yeah.
would know Jen, but it's his. That's because it's his partner Pokemon.
Right, but I'm saying the Shade attacked. Like, that's the only other thing that
Oh,
could, like...
yeah.
That Froki
Froki could
attacked
be,
it.
like, panicking, like... Yeah, to, like, it tried to, like, show that he's not lying.
Yeah, I mean, I could have... But, I mean, he doesn't.
Yeah.
He
He can only say...
Yeah,
his name.
he. I mean, like he would assume largely that
Yeah.
if you are lying,
He's gonna
Jen's
go
on
with
your
me.
side. Yeah.
I have a YouTube thumbnail that depicts the battle perfectly.
We have proof, we swear.
That's also why whenever you said that Jen was wearing the mask, I'm like, oh, we kind of fucked up that all the thumbnails. Damn.
No.
But yeah. No, he's like, if you want to go and look after the daimyo yourself, you can, but I'm not gonna waste any more people on this. We've got his usual detail, and he's more than capable of a fighter himself. Just don't let him know that I said that. I would wish that he would stop these nightly walks, but not at the expense of lying to him.
Does he... goes on these walks every night?
Yes, that he can, as long as the skies are clear, which they are most of the time these days.
Understood, sir. Sorry to have wasted your...
Do remember that the promotion comes with some more weight, Mugen. I would expect you not to play games.
Let's put my mask back on. In a respectful, but, quiet in a way that says I'm not agreeing with what you just said.
I'll also throw you this freebie. You needed a 14 persuasion. You rolled a 13.
Presnick looks like he's gonna say something on the way out after seeing like everything that Mugen has been through and how Yamato just treated him, but does stifle his thoughts as he feels maybe it's not his place. And
Victor doesn't stifle his thoughts.
this is it's not my arena.
outside.
Do we get outside?
Yeah, I would say if they're talking about this, y'all are outside.
Okay, so once we get outside it,
Unless you wanted to say it in his office.
Oh no!
Okay.
The door was closed. I was
We
like,
walk out and a ninja springs off the wall that we didn't see. Say it to my face.
It's Captain Yamato, and you had just shut the door in his office. You're like, how did you get out here?
substitution too.
Yeah.
Yamato's vision is clouded. When he looks at me, he still only sees the stowaway that they used to pick on. So,
The stowaway.
it's a long story. But we know what we saw. So I think we should protect the daimyo tonight
I think that would be wise.
and try to get some proof to take back to Yamato.
Alright, so you guys make your way outside. The daimyo, like he said, was going to be in the town square. So if you guys want to make your way that
Do
way.
we have time for Damio to...
I mean, he was leaving to kind of like just walk around town as you guys got there. Like you caught him at the beginning of his walk, essentially.
Okay, well then let's go.
Yeah. I mean, he and Mugen, you would know that he spends a lot of his time in the town square until people start to kind of return to their homes, and he might walk a couple people to their homes in the farther part of town.
So it's well known that he like goes outside on walks at night.
Oh, yeah.
Because so the town, and Mugen might share this, or even at some point, I feel like, right? You don't know this, Will, but so that's the only reason I'm putting words in your mouth. But Saishin was destroyed, and then Yasei was kind of cut off from the rest of the Dento clan and needed to protect itself. That's why they have this big wall. That's why people kind of don't stay out too far past dark. That's why they're really upset that the daimyo is walking around. But that's also why the daimyo is walking.
Yeah, to show them that they're not.
Yeah, I have already released both of my Pokemon.
Yeah,
And
You got Phrygian and Jean.
Yeah, I'm having Jean stalk, like from stealth, and I'm having Frigi fly ahead of the daimyo.
Okay. Are you approaching the daimyo at all? Or
No, I'm not.
letting him know that you're...
No.
Okay.
I do have an odd question. How far are we from from Lynn's?
A good ways. You guys are in the town square. And his house was kind of near the bottom of
Mosquito
town.
truck.
I'm very much like Naruto, roof to roof.
I will say there is still a little sunlight. You guys are in the town square. If you wanted to check anything out quickly, just like glance around at things, or you guys can go into full
I'm gonna
defense mode
wait.
either
No,
way.
I was good. And I'll
Okay.
pop. I don't know, Mugen. What do you use? Spur. Keep him out.
Yeah, just in case something goes
Yeah, I'll do
sideways.
that. Chomp don't eat anything. Glut.
It is worth noting,
The
Chomp.
smell of food wafting.
I was
through
gonna say
the air.
Chomp smells some spicy good food, but he restrains himself. He's drooling all over the floor, but he's like,
Let me actually check. Okay. Spur's intimidating, but he doesn't have good. Spur. On the
I
right.
probably have Mudkip out on my shoulder at this point, and I think I'll ask Drowsy to probably walk like 20 feet behind us or so, or 15 feet behind us.
the perfect range.
Yeah.
I'll,
Yeah, he walks behind you like this.
That's what I was gonna say. Kind of acting like he's one of the other not wild Pokemon around.
So you wouldn't see any of those wild Pokemon where you guys are. This is kind of like the town part.
Oh, it's 2 deep
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
Okay, never
It's
mind.
literally
Okay.
the main road divides the town between like buildings
Yeah.
and the sanctuary.
Yeah, no, I'll have him behind us, and I'd like him to keep an eye on our rear.
He'll do that.
Zircon and Lavender out. I'm gonna have them actually close to each other, with the instructions of like if there's trouble, Zircon, go ahead and
Glow.
rush in. We'll attack,
Flip them together.
and Lavender will go ahead and start
Looks like a
smogging.
laser show.
I do also want to have Zircon just like pump himself with Crystal Defense. So
I've
he's.
updated Crystal Defense.
Oh, did you?
Dun, dun, dun.
I didn't see that.
No.
You what? You did what?
I updated Crystal Defense.
Oh, what is it now?
It's worse.
He nerfed it. It's D3.
Oh,
did.
1 minute.
Well,
Do you need one of
Okay.
these?
and
Got it.
just because I was like,
3 times per long rest.
yeah, I didn't want. It was smart of you to do that. I didn't think that it would be used in that way, and so I didn't want you to just be like, oh
Got
yeah,
it.
I always have like +3 to my AC.
I thought it was intended, like if I have time to do it, like mage armor would be, right? But no,
maybe,
no, it's
and maybe,
fine.
and maybe you can build it that way, right? Like
Yeah.
as you train
Train
that
it.
move.
But it shouldn't be that strong
Yeah, as a
now.
starting move.
Yes. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. In that case, like I said, I'll have them kind of stick close. Dun, 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 dun.
Push B.
We don't want him to have a face.
But yeah, I'll leave it as is then.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys are patrolling around. I'll say someone from the group of you guys, one person can make a perception check. I'll have Friggy make a perception check, and then I'll also have Drowsy make a perception check. So any one person other than those two.
I'm +0.
I'm
perception.
+2 for perception. Looks like I have to.
Yeah. Oh, you need to perform or persuade somebody? Boy.
Hey, bad guys, look at me.
12.
Mudkip, get the waterboarding ready.
Okay.
6 for Friggy.
And what did Drowsy? Drowsy gets to roll. Is Drowsy?
Oh, yeah.
I
my
basically
bad. Sorry.
I one for the main group and then
No.
one for each kind of.
Drowsy is +2.
Oh, I am +2. It doesn't matter.
5.
So yours is the highest with a 13.
13.
13. Okay, so yeah, as the night progresses on, I mean, still a lot of people out. Nothing really yet. You don't really know a lot of the customs around here, but like the daimyo seems very friendly with everyone he sees, so you kind of ruling all of those people out. You're kind of keeping your eye on street level. You're assuming that Drowsy and Friggy's kind of got everything else covered. Everyone else is checking alleyways and things like that, and nothing out of the ordinary strikes you guys.
I whip out my gun and kill him.
It was you.
Yeah.
He's the shade of Seishin.
Twist.
It's at this point that the town square is kind of getting kind of sparse, and so you guys would definitely stick out to the daimyo
I'm going to attempt
with all of your Pokemon out.
stealth
Okay.
if I can.
Okay, so you're going to try to stealth. Give me a stealth check. As you notice, like, the crowd's starting to dwindle, you try to duck into kind of an alleyway. I'll say with advantage if you're stealthing before.
That's a natural 20 for a 25.
Jesus.
This
In
man,
your natural 20s.
this ninja man.
Yeah, so you
is kicking ass.
artfully, everyone's kind of looking around, and you're like, I don't think I see anything. Victor goes, Mugen, do you...
Where'd he go?
We've never seen Mugen and Batman in the same.
Yeah, and you're tucked into like an alleyway, rooftop, wherever you want to be.
Yeah.
You're well hidden.
I will say I specifically
Yeah,
would like
yeah, that's
Drowsy
exactly
to keep
it.
an eye in the direction of the guards building where we met
The guards
Captain
building.
Yamato.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Have him roll a perception check.
Yeah, 21.
We like the red
The red
dice.
ones.
We like the red ones.
I wasn't
It's-
using that one to
it's-
try not to suck all the energy out of it. I'm sorry. I'm gonna use it.
gotta use all the
It's the
energy.
blood kip dice.
Yeah, that's true.
Blood for the blood god.
I always end up using them for the bad guys, and then the bad guys roll really well. So
Fitting.
Water guns just.
Well,
gonna
I need
become
that
blood
dice then. Yeah. So you don't. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
You've let him know to kind of give you a light psychic tick whenever if he hears
Put
something.
me almost to sleep.
yeah.
Oh god.
Oh,
That means you found something.
yeah.
You guys, there's a.
And he doesn't hit you with anything.
Okay.
Nothing out of the ordinary going there. He sees some people going in and out, but nobody making any kind of aggressive moves. Just people kind of clocking in and out. It seems like putting up their gear, grabbing new gear. Nothing too crazy. So it's at this point, as things kind of start to die down, the daimyo sees it, one of the elder townsfolk, and is guys, might have some goods with them that they bought in town or something like that. And he's okay, yeah, no, look, and he takes some of their stuff and he kind of hands some of it up to his bats and bugs as he helps the older man. I say woman. Did I say woman? It's a man now. If I did. But yeah, so he's helping this older man back to where Lynn's house would be, to that part of town.
Does Lynn like?
It's just that's where kind of like a lot of the residential places are. The stuff closer to the dock would be in worse shape than the stuff closer to town. And Lynn's house was closer to the docks. Not right on the edge, but closer that way. This is not Lynn's parent. Okay. This is just an older person.
Yeah. I'm gonna tail them.
Yeah. All right. So they're on the main road, so you follow along on the town side. Give me a perception check, and then again, someone from the group at large. If you're following the daimyo, give me a perception check.
18.
Nice.
12.
Okay. So with your, I'll start high and then we'll work low. Opposite of what you might think.
You see less than he did.
Yeah. Well, you see different less. Because he's on the ground and you're up kind of like, you said, on the roof.
Yeah.
So you see some of the ninja the two ninja that are guarding the daimyo glancing back at your group. A lot. Get you. Not approaching, but he's kind of made the other guard aware not to startle the daimyo or the townsmen.
Do I get the sense that they're suspicious of us, or that they're up to something?
Give me an insight check.
Nope. 8.
It is very hard to tell.
Yeah, I mean, that's reasonable.
It is very hard to tell. You're kind of trying to keep your distance to not draw that kind of suspicion, and so it's hard to read their expression. And also, I would say with the insight, even if they're looking back at you, no one else, you can't see anyone else around you guys, so you assume he's looking at you. But even now that you're inside, you're like, is he? And you're starting to kind of like look around yourself. With your 12, you see Friggy flying nearby, might even kind of rest for a little bit every now and again on your shoulder, or near you to not draw attention to you. But you don't see much. Again, you see people going into their homes. You see bats and bugs flying a little bit ahead, and the two guards. You see them kind of glance back every now and again, just like Presnick, but nothing really.
Do they look? Okay. Do they look like ninja of appropriate rank to be with the daimyo, or do they look too high or too low of a rank? When I first saw them, do they look like the same ninja that left with him in the beginning?
Give me an insight check. Like, as your perception was lower, your DC for the insight's going to be higher.
$13.
You assume they're the same person. They're similar height. 2 active Pokeballs. They're Yasei balls. So nothing out of the ordinary there. Nothing strikes you as
2 on each of them?
Yeah.
And they're both
active.
But they're not out.
No.
Yeah. They're higher rank. Let me know if we pass within, like, spitting distance of Lynn's house, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to do from here.
Okay. You guys are getting closer to Lynn's house, but he actually turns off just before you guys would get there. So you're within that distance, but he's now going more into town, into where the homes are to guide.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna stop following.
Yeah. But Grayson wanted to know. I'm laughing because I rolled the same thing twice.
Do I see lights on in the house? Like, does it seem like they're awake?
You probably wouldn't be able to see that from here.
Okay, I would ignore. Just keep going.
And it is fairly late in the day at this point. I'll say the you're largely probably getting light from any kind of street lamps that might be lit.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'll if I don't see any like visible lights or anything, not that I necessarily can, I won't worry about it.
Okay. Well, let's get one last round of perception checks from everybody. Have everybody do it. Every person.
Please see it. Not good.
21.
Red dice. Oh no, it betrayed us. The betrayal.
Was it a natural one or something?
Yeah, it was. I rolled a 5 + 2, so 7.
16.
Grayson was too focused on that old lady's house.
So,
I was gonna send Drowsy.
and you
to go
rolled
over, see.
21?
Yeah.
Almost before you even hear the noise, you're looking up at the roof, and at first you think it might be Mugen, but then you actually see Mugen also looking towards a person on the roof wearing a similar mask.
Would I know that this is an unauthorized person? Like, does this not fit the normal pattern of what we do
I'll
here?
say you don't even have to roll for it. It's Lynn's mask.
It's Lynn's mask.
What the?
I was about to call it too. I was like, that's Lynn's mask for sure.
Then I will immediately move to intercept with with Jean.
Okay. You're not alerting anyone. You're just running in, and you are.
Yeah,
You can.
I
if you are alerting.
I gotta do
Okay.
what I was
Yeah,
trained
I mean,
to do.
they're
Yeah.
on the
So.
No,
roof.
that's
Yeah.
completely
They're
understandable.
gonna be on the roof.
I imagine that
They're on the
any
roof.
battling will
So-
alert us.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
To kind of
Do
set
that.
to kind of set the scene,
Make
you guys
noise.
are walking. The daimyo's rounded the corner, and they're probably like a couple houses down. As you guys round the corner, you look up to your right, Victor, and you see this person like coming into your vision as you're just happen to be looking there. And Mugen, you would be on the left side, looking across.
Do I know that Mugen sees this?
Yeah, because again, you would look up and see, and then you would kind of be like, "But I thought Mugen was coming," and then you're like, "Oh, he is," and then you look back and you see.
I
that
think
he's
I'm gonna
looking.
trust Mugen to handle that, and I'm gonna
Okay.
Okay.
but I'm gonna be like, hell, guys, get ready.
What was your stealth check originally? It was like a 23 or something,
That
wasn't
was a
it?
25.
25. Yeah.
holy hell.
I will give you a surprise attack on this
Okay.
person.
So you are telling us?
Yeah. I will
Okay.
tell you.
Okay.
that
Are you guys continuing on with Victor letting
How
Mugen
far
handle
are we
this?
right now from? No, they're on the rooftop. Never mind.
You might even like as he's telling you might even see Jean and Mugen jumping
I don't
across
wanna, I don't want to walk
the
go
roof.
to the rooftop. And there's like 3 guys that surround the.
You would have to get across the street, I will say, because unless you have something more than a 15-foot range
Yeah. I'll
to get
probably-
to next to them.
Yep, they were Mugen.
Okay.
Are we within a 15
Does that make
foot
sense?
range?
No.
You're on this side of the street. They're on this side of the street. And
Oh,
the gap
yeah.
is more than 15 feet. So if you wanted to, like,
Yeah,
you have to
I'll cross.
Yeah.
And then I'll have Jean. So what I'm gonna try to do is have Jean bounce into him to kind of like knock him over, and then I'm gonna move to like very stealthily just restrain him if I can.
Okay.
Whatever needs to be
That's
done.
exactly where my mind went.
Wait, what?
Whenever you did that motion, I was like,
Kill it.
killing his throat.
Wow.
Killing Lynn again. No.
Ninja style. I was like, damn, blood got nothing.
Yeah, so
So roll to hit.
This is a surprise.
Oh.
nice. That's a dirty 20 to hit.
Yeah, no, that hits this person.
Did anything happen from that training thing that we did earlier?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. You are the closest on any move, I'll tell you that, because you've been training bounce a lot.
So I need to get on that. I don't have anything.
You do get passive by like using the move.
Okay.
So it's not
Yeah.
yeah, it's not like you've got 0.
So that's 2 damage, 2 flying damage, and then he will he lands in an adjacent square, so Gene will land. I'll be coming up behind him, and Gene will land in front of him, in between him and the daimyo,
okay.
if that's possible.
Yeah. It's at this point that I'm gonna have you guys roll initiative.
I'm taking the red dice.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I know.
That son of a
I'm gonna try
That's
this
okay.
one. I don't think I've
initiative
rolled
is
this
just D20 plus dex, right? Oh man, a 3. Oh.
Oh, and am I rolling just one initiative or 2 since both
Whoever's
Pokemon
out.
are out?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I gotta roll. Oh, their initiative.
Actually, sorry.
Want to do shared?
Well, I'm having all you guys roll, and I'm probably about to end the session.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
so sorry.
The session
That was my fault. Yeah. So as you strike this person and you come up behind them to start to restrain them, you hear them call out, "Now!" As about 5 other people jump out from behind buildings towards the daimyo.
Thing working.
And that's
Hell yeah.
and that's where we're gonna end it.
No.
Sorry guys, I was getting a little carried away there. I was like, let's do this combat. I'm prepared. Let's do it.
Lavender about to smog it up. Zircon about to stare him down.
So next session is gonna be a pretty big combat. Everybody's got at least 2 Pokemon out, right? I think everybody had both of
buddy.
their people out.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Better keep an initiative tracker, man. That is a lot.
No, dude, this is a good initiative tracker. And it's just in the middle of combat, I'm like, okay, I got to delete everybody who was there and now add all the new people you guys are fighting. And but was kind of hoping it ended here, so I didn't have to add like all of these
Like,
people
a
that
bunch
you
of
guys
people
have to
in,
fight.
yeah.
So I expect to see new terrain.
Oh yeah. This
Working.
was the
Yes.
entrance to yeah.
The viewers aren't aware, but speaking of the viewers, thank you all for watching so far. This is only session 4 of our Pokemon campaign, so if you haven't caught up already, now's the perfect time to start.
time.
And we'll continue on hopefully next month.
Yeah, I mean that's dependent on you.
My stuff, yeah. But with all that said, until next time, go out there and make some chaos.
Bye.
Bye!